26-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $21,997 or $235 a month. Now is the time to buy. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. The Big Rock.
Steve, I think it's time to clean out our used car inventory, so we're slashing prices on everything from 4Runners, Wranglers, Broncos, F-150s, and more. Right now, we're doing sales tax paid on all pre-owned vehicles, and I've talked to the banks, and they are saying yes to 0 down.
We'll clear these vehicles out fast, so folks don't waste time. The best will go first.
Come see us today at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road and Benton.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste?
Here we go. What's up, everybody? Wes Moore, Joe Franklin with you. Out of Bounds. What a day. We got a lot of stuff going on. Love having the PGA Championship on the TV.
Who's the leader?
That's a good question, Joe.
Who is this?
That's a great question, Joe. Potgieter? Yeager. Steven Yeager. I had to look him up, but once I saw Steven Yeager, I remember him.
Oh, yeah. Just the guy the first name that's at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize that one.
I walked down to Trey's office to see if Trey could tell me something about, is it Potgieter or Potgieter? I haven't been watching to listen to the commentators. Hisatani? Is it Hasatuni? He's also up there at 3 under par. So the guy whoever drew the field.
He's the clubhouse leader right now.
Corey drew the field. Corey, you're looking good on a Thursday, but we've got a long way to go. And, so, the marquee group is teeing off right now. We'll be keeping an eye on Scotty Scheffler and Matthew Fitzpatrick and some of those guys throughout the afternoon. Xander Schauffele is 2 under, 1 shot out of the lead. There's Justin Rose getting ready to tee off. I placed my bets on Bet Saracen, and I picked 5 guys. And I was just like, the odds of Rory. I mean, he's plus 750. That's still a good payoff.
Absolutely.
And he's a great golfer. And even Scotty Scheffler, the favorite, you're still getting 4-1. So I put a little on them, and then I picked some long shots. I went with Sam Burns. I went with Matthew Fitzpatrick. And I was like, I got to bet on Justin Rose. There have been too many times in my life I bet on a guy or bet on a team like too early. Like a year in advance for an NFL team saying they're going to turn it around this year. They're really adding some players. Well, it's the following year they turn it around and get to the playoffs, make a deep run. I was like, I don't want to be a tournament too early on Justin Rose, and then he wins this one. So I went ahead and put a little bit on Justin Rose. So
yeah, he's been playing some good golf lately, so it's always worth it to look into him whenever these tournaments come about, and especially majors.
Well, I read that Justin Rose won a tournament here on this golf course years ago, so that obviously this course suits his game or suits his eye, that he's had success here at this golf course. So I was like, all right, let me put some on him.
There was a stretch where Justin Thomas, he was a guy that was playing really good, and each and every tournament I would look for him to kind of make a move and be in the mix. Wonder where that's gone. Because he's capable, he has the game for it. It just hasn't been there and been consistent lately like at one time it was.
Golf's a fickle game. There's Rory finishing up, misses birdie putt. He'll have about a 5-footer for par, maybe 4-footer for par on 9. He was at even par, and he bogeyed 6, 7, and 8. Rory is 3 over and has to make that for 73. It's par 70, 2 par 5s on this course. So anyway, we'll keep up with this throughout the day. The news of the hour, well, I guess it's an hour and 3 minutes old. The University of Arkansas put out a press release at 12:07 saying the Department of Athletics has reinstated the men's and women's tennis programs effective immediately. Hunter Yurchek said, following extensive analysis and in alignment with our strategic priorities, we made the difficult decision earlier this spring to discontinue our programs. Since that announcement, we have engaged in meaningful dialogue with stakeholders, including alumni and donors, to explain our rationale and to listen to their concerns. We are thankful for our generous donors that have stepped forward in recent days with commitments to provide short-term funding for both programs. While this support does not represent a permanent solution, it offers a viable path forward. Accordingly, I've recommended to Chancellor Robinson that we reinstate both programs effective immediately and look for our coaches to begin preparation for 26-27 season.
That's great news. Now, do you have the athletes? Are they still on board? Are you still able to keep the ones that you had committed?
That will be a great question that we can ask Robert Cox, the former Razorback tennis coach that really is the man that built that program to what it is today. He is going to join us again today at 3:30. We had him on when the news came out that they were disbanding it, and you remember that conversation. It was tough. It was tough for him, and so I can only imagine how he's feeling now that the programs have been reinstated. So I wanted to get him back on here, 3:30 for Coach Robert Cox, and Rory missed that short birdie, or par. He bogeyed his last 4 holes. Went from even par to 4 over, 74. Also coming up today, we have Kyle Sutherland with a preview of the Fayetteville Regional in softball. We have Richard Davenport talking recruiting with us. And we have Steele Eves. I just recorded an interview with Steele a few minutes ago. They were getting ready to go to the ballpark and get ready to play Kentucky. That game is at 5:30 today. Pre-game show right here on the Buzz at 5. First pitch at 5:30. We have Hunter Dietz on the mound tonight for Arkansas. We know that for sure. If Gabe Gackle does not pitch tonight, which I don't expect him to, but you never know. I mean, it could be one of those games that goes into the 11th inning, and they're like, we got to win this game, put Gackle in. But if things go as planned, Gabe Gackle will be the starter tomorrow at 5:30. Saturday at 1, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
For Gackle, that's an interesting position to be in where you could be coming out of the pen or you could be a starter going into the series, and you just have to be prepared for whatever comes your way.
Yeah, and I think his experience out of the bullpen, from most of this season will help him just to have his mind right, just in case he is needed for tonight. But he knows in the back of his mind he's probably pitching tomorrow, and he'll be ready for that. So Arkansas, this is depending on how you look at things, this could be a huge weekend for them. They are right in the middle of a logjam in the SEC standings. Arkansas is tied with Florida and Mississippi State right there at, sixth place. You want to finish in the top 8, regardless. That way you get a bye and you're not playing on the first day. You would really like to finish in the top 4. Then you get a double bye and you don't play until Thursday. For that to happen, there are a lot of scenarios because there are a lot of teams all jumbled up. But I went through these scenarios. The best possible option, obviously, Arkansas sweep Kentucky. That would get Arkansas to 18 wins. And honestly, if some crazy things happen, they could even move up higher than 4th place. But with Texas and Texas A&M sitting there at 16-10, and they had a game rained out, so that's going to they're going to have one less loss than you at 18, and I guess they could go lose 2 out of 3 and be 17-12, and you would have a better percentage than them. But most likely, Arkansas is playing for at best the 4 seed. For Arkansas to get that 4 seed, they need to sweep Kentucky. Then you have to have Alabama lose their series to Ole Miss, which is doable because Ole Miss right there in the thick of things too. Ole Miss, we saw them not too long ago. They have a good team. You need Auburn to lose their series to Georgia, which is very possible. Georgia, the number 1 seed, they clinched the SEC title. They still want to win this series and make sure they're a top 8 seed. I'm pretty sure they are, but you don't want to put anything to chance. You need Mississippi State to lose their series to Texas A&M. That series is at Texas A&M. You need Florida to lose a game to LSU. A game. That one worries me a little bit. You know, LSU got swept last weekend by Georgia. They are struggling. LSU is 9-18 on the season. This is with one more loss. This will be the worst season ever for LSU in the SEC. Think about that.
Well, they'll have plenty to strive for next year then.
From national champs to the worst season ever in the SEC. So Arkansas needs LSU to at least beat Florida one time in Baton Rouge. That's doable, right? So if those 5 things happen, and it could. These aren't long shots. It's not like we're asking LSU to sweep Florida. It's not like we're asking Auburn to get swept by Georgia. It's just the biggest thing Arkansas's got to do is sweep Kentucky.
Well, it's amazing that with the final series of the season for all these teams, all throughout the conference, so many factors can change how it ends and the seeding and everything moving forward going into SEC tournament play.
I got the SEC tournament bracket out, and I was going to say, here's where Arkansas could be. We have zero idea. I mean, Arkansas could be anywhere from a 3 seed.
The range.
They could be anywhere probably from a 3 seed, most likely scenario, a 4 seed, all the way down. I mean, if they got swept this weekend by Kentucky and finished 15-15, Arkansas could be like a 12 seed and playing on the first day of the tournament.
Wow.
I mean, that shows you how jammed up the middle of the SEC is and how many teams are playing for so many things these final 3 games. I mean, Kentucky, if you want to just look from the Kentucky aspect of this, they are one of the last 4 teams in, according to D1, on their bracketology. If they beat Arkansas, take 2 out of 3, they're in. You don't have to worry about the SEC. They're in. Now, I think it's not going to kill them to lose the series to Arkansas, lose 2 out of 3, because Arkansas's got a great RPI. It's not going to bounce you. But then they'd probably have to go to the SEC tournament, need to win a game or 2 to solidify their spot. So these are important games for Kentucky. They know what's at stake for them too. So they're not, it's not going to be easy. I love that you got Dietz tonight. He has been awesome in game 1, and they're not starting their ace, their so-called number 1 starter tonight. They're going to keep him on his Friday night routine and pitch him tomorrow night.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then their Saturday guy is Kevin Bohannon was telling us. He's a 5th-year senior. He's not going to be playing any pro ball. He's giving them everything he's got, and he's been throwing 110, 120, 130 pitches. He'll go 7, 8, 9 innings. How awesome is that to have in a Game 3 starter, a guy when your bullpen is probably depleted that you can count on to go out and give you 100 to 120 pitches?
Well, I know Cabo said that he doesn't expect him to get drafted. Now, for that pitcher, even if he has that thought in his mind, even if he's talked to people around him that know the situation well, he doesn't expect to get drafted, he still, in his mind, would like to pursue an opportunity if there are opportunities out there. So being an undrafted player in baseball, you just have to work hard and try to make your way.
He may be a 5th-year guy that's got his degree, and he's a smart kid, and he's like, I'm going into business or whatever. And he's like, I'm done. These are my last couple of games. I'm going to give you everything I got. I'm not worried about my arm. Just let me go. And that's a luxury to have on a Game 3 when so many bullpens are depleted. And it allows Kentucky's coaching staff just to throw the kitchen sink at you in the first 2 games. And you know what? We got this guy to rely on in Game 3. We know he's going to give us a lot of pitches, so we don't have to save a bunch of bullpen arms for the final game of the series. So Yeah, Arkansas has their work cut out for them this weekend, but it all starts tonight with Hunter Dietz. Get them off to a good start, and it's worked the last couple of weekends where they haven't had to use any of their big bullets on the game one of the SEC series. Last week, of course, they had the run rule and didn't have to worry about pitching anybody else. In other games, they've had such a nice lead, they could kind of pitch off and save their big bullpen arms for game 2 and game 3. So that's what your best case scenario. That's what you get tonight out of Hunter Dietz. And you get Gackle, and hopefully Gackle gives you a good 5 innings, maybe 6, and then you can turn to your bullpen and win game 2 and get the series done. And then it's Bobby Wernis had a tweet. It's like, you know what? We feel so good about our offense now. We feel like we can go in and outscore teams when we need to. And that's what will probably have to happen in the game 3s from here on out. You know, there's a lot of ways to win a baseball game. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to have your starting pitcher or your bullpen come in and hold a team to 2 or 3 runs. You can go out and win a game 8-7.
Well, it's good to be confident in the offense and feel like you can get into those games and be able to score to win games like that, because not all teams have that luxury of being able to score and put a lot of runs on the board and bring runners home when they're in scoring position. That's a luxury and a comfort for a coaching staff to feel like you can get it done like that.
All right, let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Nick says, Wes, Joe, I think Hunter Yurchek did the right thing. Give those student athletes a chance to go to school and compete, just like the losing football players get a chance and go make millions. Yeah, I don't know what kind of choice he had once the word got out that the tennis supporters had raised that kind of money. The last I heard, and I'm curious to see what it's up to now, but the last we heard when we had Hutch on, Andrew Hutchinson from bestofarkansassports.com, they had $5.5 million raised, and that was earlier this week. It was, what was that, like on Monday or Tuesday that we talked with him? So I am curious to hear what kind of a commitment they have received from the alumni and the tennis supporters that will take care of this program. So that word's out. If Hunter Yurchek ignores them, what message does that send? You know?
Oh, it's a terrible look.
Yeah.
And he's already catching some heat and some backlash from other decisions and choices that he's made. So it would be even worse.
Well, it's like we said, it's a bad look no matter what. This is the least bad-looking look, you know? At least he gets to save a little face. He gets to wipe a little egg off of his face. I mean, he's still got egg on his face, in my opinion, because it shouldn't have come to this. He should have gone to him a long time ago and presented this problem, and here's what we may have to do. What can y'all do about it? And then this could have all happened months ago.
Yeah.
Program would have been saved, and we wouldn't even known about it. It would have just happened, and life would have gone on. Back to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. 501 says, boo, they could have used that money for a power forward or
wow.
quarterback.
Come on. Well, I mean, so you want the tennis program to raise the money to
or
go
the other
towards
yeah.
a power
That's
forward?
not how it works. That's not – no. These donors are donating their money for a specific reason. And if you want a power forward, go out. Hey, Calipari's raising his money too.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact, and he's been in Little Rock not too long ago, raising money. And so that's what he does. That's what a head coach does these days. We've already heard from Silverfield talking about the same thing.
It's a matter also of how he chooses to spend the money.
He does go and say, I'm glad the program is back, but your other programs better be hitting the pavement or you might be next too. And that is the message. I hope that's the message Hunter is telling these other programs.
That's the initial meeting that should have happened. You
Yes.
should have had a meeting with several programs to say this is where we are as an athletics department, and we need some solutions here.
501 says, tongue-in-cheek, if you can outscore your opponent, you will win many, many games. Outslug your opponent maybe is a better choice of words. Go out there and just do what Georgia did to Arkansas in Game 3. Do what Oklahoma did to Arkansas in Game 3. You've got to outslug teams, and Arkansas has done that on occasions with the big 8th inning on Saturday night. or Saturday afternoon, I guess it was, there are going to be some games where you're just going to have to rely on your offense to win games. There are going to be other games where you can rely on your pitching or your bullpen to win you some games. But at this point in the year, with Arkansas's hitters coming around, I feel more confident they can win some of those games where they have to outslug the other team. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Steel Eaves out of Lone Oak, thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. We'll get his thoughts on Kentucky. I also asked him about the ABS system. I got a response I wasn't expecting. We'll talk about that when we come back. Steel Eaves first, though. Stick around. It's going to be a fun day. This is Out of Bounds.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
We've got lots of local action on the diamond in the next few days. Razorbacks baseball travels to Kentucky for their final series of the regular season. The Hogs will play the Wildcats tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday before the SEC tournament starts next Tuesday. Same goes for the Little Rock Trojans. Their final series starts tonight as well. They've got Southeast Missouri State at home this weekend before the Ohio Valley Conference tourney. The 5th-ranked Razorback softball team plays tomorrow as well. They start their postseason hosting an NCAA tournament regional against Fordham at Bogle Park tomorrow afternoon. That game will be broadcast at 4:30 on ESPN+. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Tune into The Zone each week when Susan Aaron Proud shares her keys to the weekend music events calendar. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Cabot Outdoors has your Get Ready to Save Big during the Hustler Spring Sales event through May 31st. Save up to $350 off the Raptor Series and up to $550 off the Fast Track Series zero-turn mowers at participating Hustler dealers. Hustlers engineered and tested for long-lasting performance designed to keep you mowing season after season. Visit CabotOutdoors.com. Shop the Hustler Spring Sales event today. Offer valid 4/15/26 through 5/31/26 or while quantities last. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Heath Boothby at Crane Hyundai of Little Rock.
With gas being high right now, Hyundai has 6 models under $30,000, all with exceptional fuel economy, gas mileage ranging between 40 and 50 miles to the gallon. Plus, we have up to $4,000 off brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisades, the nicest, sleekest new SUV on the market. Come see me and my team at Crane Hyundai of Little Rock. Visit us online at cranehyundaioflittlerock.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Online at TruService.net. Steel Leaves on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Stephen Elmore with Shelter Insurance.
All right, let's bring him in. Steel Leaves joins us. Thanks to Stephen Elmore, Shelter Insurance. Steel, welcome in. Thanks for joining us on game day.
Yes, sir, of course. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. It's a great baseball weekend, with you guys. And, heck, UCA's got some big games. Little Rock has big games. A-State, UAPB. And then the high school baseball state tournament is underway all across the state. So, man, it's a great baseball weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to keep track on the state tournament side, too.
I know you'll be keeping an eye on Low Note and seeing how the Jackrabbits do.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's your best memory, high school baseball state tournament?
My best memory would probably be winning the state championships in 2023. I think it was the first time Lonoke won since 1967. So that was pretty cool to bring that home for Lonoke.
That is something you guys will talk about, you and your teammates and coaches forever. It's a special deal.
Yeah, it's really special. It's honestly so fun. Those memories you'll never forget.
All right, tell me about Kentucky. What do you think about Kentucky, the ballpark? How's the weather?
So the ballpark is all turf. So it's going to play a little fast. If you know anything about Kentucky, they like to play fast. They like to play a little bit of small ball, run the bases well. They're gonna keep us on our toes, and that's the way they play the game. And we got to be ready for it. And we've been practicing and stuff, and we're ready.
Well, I thought you guys were awesome last week against Oklahoma. They like to do the same thing, and I don't think they attempted a stolen base until Game 3. So whatever y'all were doing was worked, and hopefully you can keep it going this weekend.
Yes, sir. We kind of used this last 2 weeks. They're not entirely the same team. I would say Kentucky's a little bit more aggressive when it comes to that side of the ball, but OU definitely was something we had to watch out for, and I think kind of prepping with OU and then rolling in Kentucky, it was kind of good for us. It's kind of best scenario possible.
We got Steel Leaves with us, thanks to Stephen Elmore, Shelter Insurance, Arkansas, Kentucky, tonight at 5:30. For you guys, a lot of fans are keeping an eye on it and hoping that you can maybe get a sweep and get to 18 wins, get a home regional. Is that even in y'all's mind? What are y'all thinking about for this weekend?
All we really want to do is go out and play the best ball we can. If we end up sweeping, we sweep. But we for sure have to win the series just for, postseason sake. I mean, we've already secured the postseason. It would just be nice to, secure this series win on the road. Also, I think Kentucky is in contention to make it into regional. They're pretty good. So the more games we can take off of them, the less chance they have of making it to the postseason.
Still, you guys take the first 2 games against Oklahoma and lose Game 3. It's several opportunities y'all have had to sweep. You did sweep Alabama, but you had other opportunities. Can you pinpoint? Can you put a finger on it in Game 3s? What's going wrong to why you can't finish off and get the sweep?
I don't really know why we can't finish off a weekend, but Missouri was one that we'd like to get back. And then South Carolina was another one we'd like to get back. We feel like we should have won both of those games, and we could have won both of those games. And if you do, our records are a little bit different, and we're kind of in a different spot after this weekend. But I don't know. Sundays are weird. They're kind of just throw everything at the wall. it's the last game, you don't have to save anything. You're just doing everything you can to win, and those games usually turn out to be one of the more high-scoring or intense games of the weekend.
Those games have been crazy, those Sunday games. I guess Missouri was more of a low-scoring game, but I know I think back to Georgia. I think back now to Oklahoma.
Yeah, Georgia.
It's wild just how depleted both bullpens, I guess, are on Sundays, and it seems to be. And you got to throw in the factor. The wind wasn't howling out like it was against Georgia, but you had a little north wind that made it more conducive for hitters.
Yeah, there was a few balls that OU hit. I know at Grand Slam for sure. It was still hit hard, but it was only hit 95, and usually that ball doesn't get out. I mean, it's just something you got to deal with, and it's just part of it.
Still Eves with us, thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. How are you feeling? Had another good weekend?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling well rested. Midweek is kind of nice just for resting your body's sake. So it gets everybody feeling pretty good into the weekend. We just focus on one opponent all week. So yeah, I'd say mentally and physically, everybody's feeling pretty good. So we're ready to go.
I know there's the search for a Game 3 starter and trying to solidify that rotation. We've had the discussion on the radio, and I tell everybody, look, I'm biased because I get to interview Steele every day. I'd love to see you get a chance to start the game. But then the con to it is Steele's got one of those arms that he could pitch twice in the weekend. It may be better off to have him throwing twice over the weekend instead of just once in a starting role. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, over the course of this year, I think I throw them twice on the weekend, 3-4 times, maybe 5. And I definitely think being able to do that, or especially go back-to-back days, not even just twice on the weekend, because Friday to Sunday is doable. But being able to go like Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, I feel like I give my team the best chance to win as I can. But yeah, I mean, I feel confident in all of our guys. We feel confident when we fill with anyone on Sunday. It just seems like it's not going any way that we want it to right now.
Well, good.
If they ever offered me the opportunity, I would definitely do it.
I was going to say the good news is you won't be playing on a Sunday this week, so maybe it's a Sunday thing, right? It's just Game 3 will be on Saturday.
Yeah. I guess we'll have a third game on Saturday, so that'd be nice.
Get back home, or I guess get to Hoover a little early. Is that the plan? Y'all go straight from Kentucky to Hoover?
Yes, sir. We're going to leave from here and go to Hoover.
Well, if things work out right, you guys may not play until Thursday. If y'all clinch the 4 seed and jump some teams, you may get a double bye and get some extra time off.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, honestly. I know for the guys that are juniors this year, they've never won a game in Hoover. And obviously, I've never won a game in Hoover either. So it would be nice to at least get one this next week.
Still, today we got the kind of the clarification, the rules on how the ABS system will be used in Hoover. You get three tries. Well, if you're successful, you get that challenge back. Pitchers, catchers, and hitters can challenge a strike or ball called. You ready for this?
I personally don't think I'm going to take that choice 4 rider. I just don't think I'll take that away from him. But I definitely think Ryder will get the go-ahead to use that whenever he wants. I think a few of our hitters will too. But they're probably gonna tell the pitchers that we got to leave it up to Ryder.
Well, I got to think. I know Ryder's got a good view, but you've got a great view. I mean, you're right there in front of the home plate. You can tell if it's a strike or a ball.
I mean, sometimes I'm not even looking anywhere close to the mound when I throw it, or to the plate when I throw it, just depending on the pitch.
Really?
Because I know on my curveball, I really have to get more over my front side, so I'm way out front. I watch the play as I go, but at the end, I'm not really looking at the plate.
Where are you looking?
Crazy that I don't know. I'm looking at the play, but I'm so far over my front side, I literally can't. When I finish through, that's when I look back up. Usually by the time I look back up, the ball's there.
So I shouldn't look to expect or look for you to tap your head at any point during the SEC tournament.
No, I'm probably not going to. I'll let that decision be made for Ryder. I'll let him make that decision.
Well, will that be? Have y'all had that discussion yet as a team?
No, we haven't. That'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting meeting to have. I wonder how some of the guys are going to. I bet Deep gets to go ahead on he can call what he wants.
Okay,
I have a feeling Ryder's going to tell us that he wants it to be him.
Yeah. All right. Out of your hitters, who do you think's most likely to be challenging strikes and balls? Well, I guess in their case, it'll be a strike.
Yeah, when they announced that we had the ABS for the SEC tournament, I started paying more attention to what guys got screwed over on calls. And I feel like Damian Ruiz always gets 3 or 4 a game that aren't even close to being a strike, and they call him a strike. And so, I don't know, guys like him, they might let everybody in the lineup be able to use it. But I know Cam probably for sure, Damian for sure, Ryder for sure. You know, guys like that.
Who has the best eye as a batter, in your opinion?
I think Ryder does. You can just even go look at his number of walks he has on the year. I think he's one of the top people in the SEC, top in college. So that just is a testament to his eye at the plate.
Okay, on the negative side of this ABS, Ryder is known, and you can probably attest to this, he steals you guys a lot of strikes the way with his glove and movement. Now, you know what? If they challenge it, he may not be getting some of those calls.
Yeah, that's gonna suck when that happens to me out there. I'm gonna be pissed.
How many strikes does he get for you a game, you think?
There's some stat and there's something on TrackMan that it shoots out a report after the game, and I don't know. I don't really know, but probably 2 or 3, which is a lot over the span of a season.
Well, it adds up over a series.
There's some kind of stat that we have that it's like, I don't remember the number of stolen strikes, but I think it's 10. For every 10 strikes that a catcher steals, he saves a run on defense over the course of a season. I think was what the stat was. And last year he had 15 runs saved. It's crazy.
Will you try to keep
how
up?
How much he impacts the game.
Yeah, no, the catcher can. Will you try to keep up this week how many strikes he steals? And we can talk about it before the SEC tournament next weekend. I'm curious how many strikes he gets for you guys this weekend against Kentucky.
Yeah, I will do my best to try to get that number.
All right. Hey, Steele, have a great weekend, and go get that sweep, and we'll talk to you in Hoover next week.
Sure, I appreciate your time.
That is Steele Eves joining us. Thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. We got to take a break. We'll come back with more Out of Bounds right after this.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. They have more inventory than anyone in Arkansas. Hawks Homes is celebrating its 40th anniversary this month. In honor of that, Hawks is selling a home at $39,995. Hawks has other specials going on, other models as well. Be sure to take advantage of this great deal. Only lasts the month of May. We also offer custom-built manufactured and modular homes. 1 to 5 bedroom homes that can be built to accommodate your needs. Check us out at Conway and Bryant with over 65 models to choose from, or go online at hawkshomes.net.
Gas is so expensive these days, but not with fuel-efficient vehicles from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, like the Tucson's loaded with technology, and there's even a hybrid model.
Stop playing the gas pump lottery with new Hyundai hybrids with up to 50 miles per gallon, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons and new 2026 Elantras. Start at just $22,995 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort, is now available right here in Arkansas. FanDuel is the #1 clubhouse leader for betting major golf. Because right now, all FanDuel customers can get 25% profit boost every round of the second major. Boost your winnings through FanDuel in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort on anything from outright winners to round leaders to tourney matchups and so much more. FanDuel is in Arkansas and in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort. So don't wait. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to download FanDuel and take your swing at boosted winnings. 21 plus and present in Arkansas. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, whether it's damage from smoke, water, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. Their extensively trained team, state-of-the-art equipment, and 24/7 rapid response will help get your life back on track fast. Because this isn't just their service area, it's their home. When you need them, find them at rainbowrestores.com. Rainbow Restoration, where they restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-511-3535. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider, 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-511-3535.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. And we got an open segment. If you'd like to join us, 661-1037. Been talking Diamond Hogs. We got the draft combine going on. Saw Trevin Brazil's playing in the game right now, doing well.
Oh, you would expect that. He has so much athleticism and brings a lot to both ends of the court.
The analytics or the analysts that I saw yesterday or last night, they were kind of giving their thoughts on the 2 games. That's what they said about Brazil. Just his athleticism, his length, his jumping ability, just how that separates him. There's not a lot like him. And they were like, if he can consistently knock down the jump shot outside, he's a weapon in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he is probably solidified. He's going to get drafted, and he's going to have every opportunity to grow as an NBA player and become, a guy, because he's got that NBA athleticism that he can step on the court right now and look like he belongs athletically.
Yeah. Well, what's more intriguing, because he doesn't have a decision. He's in the draft and he's trying to build his way and really open some eyes to what he can do. What's intriguing is Billy Richmond and the way he's played and really opening some eyes, and he's going to have a decision to make.
I did read a good story, and it was a guy that broke down all of the guys at the camp that have a decision to make. And there's probably about 20 of them that could return and try to increase their value. And he said that he felt like Billy Richmond is a solid number 2, second-round guy that's probably going to be on a 2-way contract. and it would be best off for Billy to come back to college for another year, and felt like that was the way he was leaning. So that was positive news. Malik Thomas, what he wrote about Malik Thomas is what we said yesterday. There's no idea. He may stick and go in the first round, late first round, early second round, or he may come back. But after talking with with Malik, is like no one knows what he is thinking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you want to be, though. You want to keep it close and talk to the people that are close to you and go from there to make a decision.
The good news is the deadline's May 27th, so there's only, 2 more weeks, less than 2 weeks of speculating about what these guys may do. Let's go to Harley. He's in Morrilton. What's up, Harley?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, everything's good.
Good. Well, I'm about to change that for you, Joe. I hadn't given anybody the shite in a long time, so I figured it's your turn today.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, for sure.
I am going to start a petition to get you off of out of bounds, just for the pure shiggles of it. Why not? It's Thursday. It's a beautiful day. We got Razorbacks starting tonight. You need to be up there watching the game, calling the game for us.
Calling the game. Whoa, that's big shoes there.
Oh, I know, but hell, you got to break in sometime or another. You got to get away from West. Go where the money is. West is holding you back.
That's me.
Oh, wait a minute. I think, yeah, that's right, because he had to take off a day this week. Something on him was hurt, so he had to take a day off. He left it in your hands. But, I just want to say good show, guys. Raise you a little bit, Joe. Y'all keep having a great show.
Hey, appreciate it, Harley.
Thanks, man. Later. Have a good weekend. Although it's only Thursday. Although a lot of people start the weekend on Thursday.
Oh, always. Because they take those early Fridays. They work the half days.
Drive Time can kind of do that today and tomorrow. A little half day. Middleton Heat and Air text line. While it seems like a positive solution to reinstating the tennis program, questions remain. Why did he not give the supporters an opportunity to rally rather than dropping the axe? And honestly, where's the public apology from the AD to the tennis team members, their parents, and their supporters? Didn't see that in the press release. Maybe I missed it. Public apology. I think you're right.
Oh, there's probably not going to be one.
No. Lee says the fact they raised all this money without his support or backing, he better bring it back, especially with who I've seen gave some of the money. Arkansas continues to be a media darling for college athletics. There has been a lot of positive tweets from national members of the media about Arkansas's decision to reinstate the tennis program, and it just shows the support, the care, the alum, how they feel about this program and what they're willing to do and, more importantly, give to save the program and keep it around. 501 writes in, says maybe this was Hunter Yurachek's plan, and that's how he was going to get them to take some action. Are we going to give Hunter Yurachek that much credit, that this was his plan to cut the program because he knew there would be this kind of support and he could raise that kind of money and bring it back? Are you really going to give Hunter Yurachek that much credit? What has he shown in his past for you to give him that kind of credit? Because I'm not. And I go back to what we've talked about numerous times. This could have been done months ago, and he could have told the tennis supporters, I am going to cut the program unless you come up with X amount of dollars. It did not have to come to what it did. And we don't know what kind of collateral damage this has caused. Maybe it doesn't cause any. Maybe everyone that was committed to Arkansas and had signed, they're still coming, and the players hadn't already found a place to go and they're leaving. Maybe none of that is happening and everything is just A-okay. But I got to say, if you're a freshman tennis player in high school being recruited by Arkansas, whether here or across the ocean or wherever, you know that's got to be in the back of their mind. In 4 years, or if you're a freshman, in 7 years when I'm a senior in college, will this tennis program still be around? It may be on shaky ground. That's the kind of damage it created. Now, if he would have kept this all behind the scenes and no one would have ever known about it, you don't have to worry about the negative recruiting.
Also, for coaching staff, how are they able to handle that?
Yeah.
And get the word, the message that they want to get to the potential players that are coming in? What do they tell them? We know we're good for at least a couple of seasons, but after that, it could be up in the air. So you feel like they're good with support that they've already gotten and that they could be good for years moving forward. But right now, it's only guaranteed for a couple of years.
Think about this. They're lucky their head coach is an alum that loves the University of Arkansas. What if you had some guy with no ties and the program's been saved for now, but you're worried about your job in the next 3-4 years? Me? I'm looking to get out.
Well, I mean, it's a luxury that he was still around because he could have been already gone.
Already found another job. So, yeah, there was a lot of collateral damage that could have already been created. That's why this shouldn't have happened the way it did. 501 says, look at what happened to the Touchdown Club. More money and a new coach. It's the other way around. New coach, then came more money. TP in Little Rock says, we will see Brazil in the G League or overseas. Can't dribble, can't go off the dribble, no pull-up jumper, lack of defense.
Oh, there's no doubt we may see him in G League, but you see top 5 picks in G League. It's just part of the process.
No, I think he needs to be in the G League. He needs to be one of those players that's signed. Hopefully he gets a guaranteed contract, but they put him in the G League to play because he's not going to get better sitting on the bench. He needs to be playing games and working on his game. There's nothing wrong with having a guaranteed NBA contract and being sent to the G League to work on your game and to improve. That's what this is all about for the rest of his career, is getting better and getting on the court. And if his only way of getting on the court next season is in the G League, then so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think with his athleticism, he's going to be given every opportunity by an NBA franchise. It's not, they see this as not a one-year project and then we move on. They see this as a multi-year project, and when we get him going, he could be a steal in the second round and a guy that helps us win a lot of games in the future. So I don't see him going over to Europe anytime soon. Not with that frame and that athleticism. Over on the Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers live fan feedback, Peter says, hey, old Ricky Fowler did okay last week. What kind of odds is he getting? We talked about some of the odds yesterday. They were pretty high. They were pretty long. Also, tennis is good, but don't we need a pickleball team? That may be coming one day. Well, the state of athletics right now and budgets, maybe not adding programs. And one last thing. NFL schedule drops tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The Bears. Thanks for writing in, Peter.
There'll be some more leaks out there.
Yeah. I haven't really paid attention to any Cowboy leaks, but I've seen Joe Shad tweeting out a bunch of Miami Dolphin leaks.
You know what? Usually Giants, they're one that their entire schedule gets released because they are right there where NFL offices are, and for some reason, somebody's able to get a hold of theirs.
I did see where the Eagles and Commanders are also playing in Week 1. So you got the Cowboys playing the Giants, Eagles playing the Commanders in Week 1. Coming up, we got the Razor Hog update and then more Razorback news, recruiting news with Richard Davenport.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Everyone at U.S. Truck Accessories would like to extend their gratitude to the great customers that have supported them for 24 years. U.S. Truck wants to show you all how much you're appreciated. With family vacations on the horizon, U.S. Truck will install all bed covers purchased during the month of May at no additional cost. That's right, free installation on bed covers. Make your vacation better with a visit to U.S. Truck Accessories and save some of your hard-earned money. U.S. Truck Accessories in Searcy or Conway. Work hard, play hard.
We got the big deals, the big Steve, I think it's time to clean out our used car inventory, so we're slashing prices on everything from 4Runners, Wranglers, Broncos, F-150s, and more. Right now, we're doing sales tax paid on all pre-owned vehicles, and I've talked to the banks, and they are saying yes to 0 down.
We'll clear these vehicles out fast, so folks don't waste time. The best will go first.
Come see us today at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road and Benton.
Game time or play time. We're here all the time.
I wish you had more time.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Arkansas leads the U.S. in getting rid of expired and unused prescription medications. The DEA New Orleans division says over 640,000 pounds were turned in across America during last month's Drug Take-Back Day. More than 50,000 pounds were collected in the natural state. This was the 30th year for the National Drug Take-Back Day. In Duval's Bluff, the entire police force has been fired. Now, the Prairie County Sheriff's Office is picking up the slack. Mayor Darlene Connor says the chief of police was fired on Monday due to insubordination. It's unclear how many officers were also let go and the reasoning behind that decision. Sheriff's deputies are now handling patrols, and the timeline for when a new police chief could be hired and the rebuilding of the department is unknown at this time. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a great day, everyone.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A lot of sunshine today. Temperature warming up to 80 here in Little Rock. A few places in South Arkansas may even get to the mid-80s. It'll be a mostly sunny sky. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 61. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower in the northern half of the state. It'll be warmer and breezy with a high of 87. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Hey, Heath Boothby here on the lot at Crane Hyundai of Little Rock off Colonel Glenn. We are rolling into summer, and that means great savings. We have Tucsons and Santa Fe's at 0% financing for up to 60 months. Hey, you want big savings and great gas mileage? We have $3,000 off all new Elantras, cars that get over 40 miles to the gallon. Come see why me and my team are Little Rock's #1 choice for sales and service here off Colonel Glenn, Crane Hyundai of Little Rock. Visit us online at cranehyundaioflittlerock.com.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-921-8189. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-921-8189. 800-921-8189. 800-921-8189.
Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is having a huge inventory liquidation sale. All in-stock travel trailers and fifth wheels are being offered at drastically reduced prices. These are the best deals of the year. One of the many great deals is a 26-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $21,997 or $235 a month. Now is the time to buy. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCampersales.com.
ESPN Radio Extra Point
with David Dennis Jr.
People are kind of underestimating Wemby's strength here. Like there's this notion that this is Steph Curry out there who you could just kind of like move around at your will. Like, yes, Naz Reid is a strong dude. He's a strong dude. But there's at some point in the game, Wemby's running down the court and Naz Reid tries to bump him. Anthony Edwards, these guys are trying to get under his skin and they're not moving him. Like, this is a strong physical dude. I know he's tall. I know he looks skinny, but he is a solid dude. And it's going to take all of your mass to move him, right? To even impact him. And part of what caused that elbow was not that he was getting moved around. He was getting kind of smacked around and slapped. And it's more annoying than some guy trying to just move him. So I think like the idea that people have of Wemby of like, he'll just go out there, we'll toss him around, we'll make him upset because we're tossing him. That's not that easy to do.
Save more on the materials you need to get the job done, inside and out, at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Michelle Smallman here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz.
Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo-bae tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral.
It is time for your Razor Hog update. We have Arkansas baseball tonight, right here on The Buzz. Pre-game show at 5, first pitch at 5:30. Hunter Dietz on the mound for Arkansas. They are 15-12. Looking to get to 18 wins with a sweep. That will continue their streak. 10 straight years of 18 wins or more in the SEC. Only one of two teams have ever done that. LSU was the other. So they got their work cut out this weekend to try to keep that streak going. Need to get a sweep. Just got to win game one to get the sweep. Got the softball team starting regional play. They host their first game tomorrow afternoon in Fayetteville. We've got Kyle Sutherland coming up at the bottom of the hour to preview that series for us. The women's golf team moves on to the national championships. They finished in the top 5 at their regional yesterday, and so they get to compete for another national championship, ranked number 6 in the country. Ryan Silverfield was in Little Rock last night. He got to meet with the folks of Central Arkansas at the rail. See what Coach Silverfield says about what he's looking for.
It always starts like, do they love football, right? Because if they love the game, if they truly do, then the work's going to come, right? The kid that prefers playing video games and does it for, hey, the first question is how much you paying me, or how hard do we work? That's not a kid I want, right? I want to play against that guy. So as we're looking, right, you ask the high school coaches, you try to find out, does this guy love football? And you can tell by their practice habits, right, by are they one of the first guys on the field, are they finishing through the whistle? And so I think guys that love football ultimately have that chip on their shoulder, right, have that crap in their neck, if you will, have that nastiness, that edge. And so those are the type of guys that we're trying to bring in here at Arkansas then, okay, are they high character? And then ultimately, does that film match up, right? Are they athletic enough, fast enough? But we'll win a lot of football games with the right type of young men here. And, man, I love a guy with a little bit of edge. I told our team, we've got to be a little bit different. As we build this thing the right way, I want dudes that I'm very similar, right? Like, man, hey, let's go swing away on these people and show everybody what we're really all about.
And the other big Razorback news, of course, the tennis program has been reinstated. That news came out about 2 hours ago. 12:07 is when the University of Arkansas put out the press release that men and women's tennis will be reinstated immediately. So the tennis program continues at the University of Arkansas. We'll have Coach Robert Cox, who helped build the tennis program into what it is today, joining us at 3:30. So Kyle Sutherland at 2:30, and then Coach Cox at 3:30 today. We're going to talk a little Razorback recruiting now with Richard Davenport real quick. The negativity is out today. 870 says, how many professional tennis players has the University of Arkansas produced? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they have, but I think the question is how many great alumni have they produced? How many great student athletes that went on and graduated have they produced? Enough to where they were able to raise over $5 million in, a week, 2 weeks? That's what they've produced. And honestly, that's what college athletics is all about. It's not about Purdue. Yeah, that's kind of the icing on top of the cake, producing athletes that are at the top of their sport and go professional and represent your university, but it's also about graduating great people that go out into your community and do great things in the state. And that's what this tennis program has done. Let's go to Richard Davenport. He joins us now. RD, welcome in. How are you?
I'm well, guys. I'm well.
How's recruiting going?
It's kind of slow right now, but it obviously heat up. I'm talking football-wise. Come next month, they'll have 4 weekends of official visitors, and they'll have camps, so that'll be busy. Basketball is kind of slow right now. You're going to have a live period this weekend where the coaches will go out on the road and evaluate 27, 28, and 29 kids, and just be present at some of the guys that they're recruiting and make sure that they're seen. I would say it's kind of slow right now, but it will definitely heat up.
It seems like Coach Silverfield and his staff are on some good guys. Like when you look at their list, it's a very impressive list. Now, they've got to seal the deal, of course, to get these guys, but just to be in the running makes me feel like they're doing a pretty good job of getting their name out there.
Yeah, they're playing catch up. Especially in the 27 class. They're being aggressive and sending out offers, and that's they've sent out a lot towards the 27. That was the main focus. Get caught up with the 27 class, and obviously try to get them on campus for official visits. They're offering 28s and 29s, but the sense of urgency is not so much on those guys. Those two classes that it is the 27 class. So everybody else has been recruiting the 27 class for 2 or 3 years, and Arkansas pretty much for the most part just a few months. So again, they're trying to play catch up and and trying to do the best they can. I think this class will probably be a good class. It probably won't be anything spectacular. But I'm sure the 28 and 29s, with them developing, more of a long-term relationship with those guys, it will help them going forward and maybe be able to get some of the guys, top-tier guys on campus. But obviously a lot of that still comes down to the current climate that we're faced with, and that comes down to NIL, comes down to revenue sharing. So, a lot. We've always talked about all the other things involved in recruiting, but money's definitely, especially the last 3 or 4 years, has been a main topic with kids nowadays.
Richard, were they behind on 27 class, possibly due to coaching change, and at this time they were having to kind of build it from scratch?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if I didn't mention that, I should have. I mean it's just common sense to know that when you're hired in December and you're still putting together a class, a coaching staff, and over the next few weeks, you haven't been recruiting the 27 guys like everybody else has. So I'm sure they've recruited some guys in the 27 class from Memphis. They've kind of brought some of those guys along, and as far as trying to recruit those guys at Arkansas. But yeah, I mean, no fault of their own. It's just a fact when you have a change of a coaching staff and all that. I mean, that first year is definitely it's challenging, to say the least, because everybody else, like I said, has been talking to these kids for 2 or 3 years.
Richard Davenport with us, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. The receiver who decommitted from Georgia, I think he's from maybe the Houston. I know he's from Texas. He's got Arkansas in his final rankings. How do you feel about the chances of Arkansas getting this 4-star wide receiver?
Overly optimistic. I know that there's some people that are optimistic. I'm not as optimistic. And if you got the name in front of you, I think it's Aiden, right?
Yes.
I forget the last name. But I'm not as optimistic. I obviously a kid could want to come to go to a school, but you got to have that same feeling if you're the school. So I'm not so sure that's solely there yet. But I mean, who knows? Between now and then, I've seen things change, and maybe he ends up at Arkansas. But I think he's supposed to announce July the 4th, and Arkansas is one of the 5 schools. But I'm not optimistic right now.
All right, how about basketball? What do you hear anything about Handlockton? There is a lot of smoke there.
Well, it only makes sense. I mean, you've been able to play against him. He's a big guy, and something that obviously Arkansas needs to address as far as depth and somebody that can impact the game, especially on the inside. But I think obviously you're just waiting on his attempt to get a waiver. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's kind of like Ewing, but it's hard to put all your marbles in a situation where you don't know for certain whether or not that kid's going to have another year of eligibility. So it's you just don't know. But yeah, I mean he'd be an obvious target, and I tend to think if things are approved as far as his waiver, I think there's a pretty decent chance he ends up at Arkansas.
If Ewing does get another year, what are the chances that he returns to Arkansas, seeing that he's in the portal and other schools are looking at him already?
Right. Yeah, I was told before he even entered the portal, probably a month or two before everything went down as far as him going into the portal, that he was wanting to come back. Now, I'm not optimistic that even if he got the waiver that he would come back, but I think some of that has to do with, when you've already committed your money for a lot of guys, you only have so much money that pool is a lot less, and I don't think Malik is going to take a pay cut. So I think that's kind of a long shot right now, even if he does get the waiver. But again, things can change. But as of right now, I'd say he most likely would not be coming back.
How do you feel about Billy Richmond and Malik Thomas? What do you think they do?
I think Billy Richmond's coming back. I think Malik's kind of on the fence. I've said this before. During the season, several people that's very close to him were saying that he's going to come back. He's for sure going to come back. Well, I think some of that was just that they didn't want a distraction. They didn't want anything to leak out that he's going to be looking at the NBA or anything like that until the time came after the season. But I'm looking at these mock drafts, and it's kind of inconsistent. One mock draft will think he's a late first round guy, and then another say second round. You don't know what his mindset is. I can understand why some guys would probably say, "Hey, let's go ahead. Let's start this process. Even if I go second round, after a few years after that, I can get that big contract. I can prove myself." But I tend to think he's going to come back, but I don't know that for sure.
I never thought of it this way. If he already had his mind made up that he was coming back and he was getting word, I was always kind of on the other side. He was getting word he was going to be a first-round pick. That's why he's not participating in the games. But maybe he's gotten word that he's going to be a second-round pick, maybe late first, but second round most likely. And he's already decided he's coming back, and there's no need to play in the games and jeopardize, something happening. You know it is with
maybe
basketball.
Maybe so.
I don't know. That popped into my mind when you said that.
That's what people close to him were saying. And that was during the season. And even if he was saying that, telling his the people close to him, I'm probably going to leave. They're not. Most likely, they're not going to say, leak out that he's probably gone. Especially during the season, that would be a heck of a distraction to the team. It wouldn't look good on him. So, but I mean, that's what people were telling some people that I know. And but here's the deal: you can't blame him going through this process. I'm sure it's very educational. Even if he comes back, he knows what he's going to face next year, and he's going to have so much better of an idea what to expect when he goes through the process again.
Yeah, they were talking about LeBaron Philon yesterday, how when he went to the Combine, he was told he was going to be a second-round pick, and so he decided to come back. And now he's played himself into a lottery pick, and they felt like the experience and knowing what he needed to improve on is going to make him, millions of dollars. So maybe that's the same scenario with Malik.
Well, and it all depends on his circle. What does his circle think? What does his agents think? You really don't know. I mean, but I tend to think that they know that he needs improvement. At the same time, does he go ahead and go pro, get drafted, and try to work on that, on that big contract when it's due?
Hey, tell me about this Caden Bramlage, the offensive lineman that committed late to Arkansas.
Yeah, well, he's a preferred walk-on. He had preferred walk-on opportunities with TCU and I think UConn. He had a couple of small college scholarship offers, but he visited Arkansas for the. I think it was I don't think it was for the spring game. I think it was before the spring game. But anyway, he visited and was sold on Arkansas. He's got good size, 300-pounder. Obviously, he had some other opportunities, but decided to be a Razorback. But he's got the size that you're looking for at the offensive line position, and maybe in 2 or 3 years, he's contributing.
Is that the same story for the cornerback that committed late? I think he was junior college.
No, he was a scholarship guy, safety out of junior college.
Yeah,
Thatch. I think it's Thatch. He had a scholarship offer.
Does that say anything about their needs that they went out and got a a JUCO guy late?
Well, it could be, and it also could say that maybe that they feel like they need a little bit better depth. I think they're pretty good as far as the starters, but and I could be wrong, but I think that they probably thought, okay, we probably need one more body back here that we think can be a contributor. Even if it's not as a starter, but can see some snaps. And he did sign with Louisville out of high school, and then transferred to junior college. So, he came out of high school pretty high. I wouldn't say highly recruited, but he had his opportunities to go D1 and chose Louisville. So I think there's definitely some talent there. He's got pretty good size. I think he's listed at 6'1", 6'2", about 190. He'll come in, next month. Should be reporting within a week or so, and go through, summer workouts. So I'm sure that he'll going from junior college to SEC. I'm sure obviously the resources, the training, strength and conditioning is so much better. So he could definitely add some weight once he gets to Arkansas.
RD, good stuff. Thanks for coming on. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
It's Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. Take a break. When we come back, Kyle Sutherland will join us, Hogbeat.com. He's all over the softball regional. Talk to him about that. Some basketball. Maybe his opinion on tennis. Kyle Sutherland next. It's Out of Bounds.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is Sports Center.
We've got lots of local action on the dime into the next few days. Razorbacks baseball travels to Kentucky for their final series of the regular season. The Hogs will play the Wildcats tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday before the SEC tournament starts next Tuesday. Same goes for the Little Rock Trojans. Their final series starts tonight as well. They've got Southeast Missouri State at home this weekend before the Ohio Valley Conference tourney. The 5th-ranked Razorback softball team plays tomorrow as well. They start their postseason hosting an NCAA tournament regional against Fordham at Bogle Park tomorrow afternoon. That game will be broadcast at 4:30 on ESPN+. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
I'm Trey Reed from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz. Join me and Mark Hedrick Tuesday nights at 7 for the Wild Side.
Brought to you by West Rock Landing at Lake Maumelle, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, Tammy Chase Insurance, Edwards Food Giant, and Crane Chevrolet.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hit a home run with your next project at Natural State Wholesale, The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Knock it out of the park with unbeatable savings on building materials. From flooring to faucets, shingles to bathtubs, butcher block countertops to ceiling fans. They've got everything you need to build your dream. Don't strike out paying high prices. Call 501-605-8739 and score big savings today. Natural State Wholesale, The Warehouse, where every deal is a home run.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays.
Welcome to Moe's.
Gas is so expensive these days, but not with fuel-efficient vehicles from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, like the Tucson's loaded with technology, and there's even a hybrid model.
Stop playing the gas pump lottery with new Hyundai hybrids with up to 50 miles per gallon. Or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons and new 2026 Elantras. Start at just $22,995 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russell is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. It's Thursday, and today's show will be only 1 hour leading up to Razorback baseball. Rick Schaefer and I will be joined by Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, and we'll talk with Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. That'll take us right into the pregame show from Lexington as the Hogs take on the Kentucky Wildcats. See you 4 o'clock on 103.7 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. TruService Credit Union, your headquarters for auto loans. With TruService, no payments for 60 days and rates starting as low as 3.99 APR on new, used, or refinance your current auto loan. TruService.net for pre-approval. Your auto loan experts.
Arkansas is the natural state, and around here, conservation isn't a priority. It is a way of life. That's why Arkansas's best Chevy dealers are proud to partner with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission to help drive habitat conservation. In honor of this partnership, your Arkansas best Chevy dealers are celebrating in a big way. They are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's a natural choice for the great outdoors. It offers strength and capability that stands out from the herd. Plus, it's got a powertrain limited warranty, 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. For complete rules and to register to win this 2027 Chevy Silverado, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt. Or you can see your Arkansas best Chevy dealers. ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt. No purchase necessary to win. It's open to legal residents 18 years or older who live in Arkansas. Contest ends at the end of the year. Void where prohibited. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin with you. It is Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. Got Kyle Sutherland coming up. We're going to talk a little softball with him. Fayetteville Regional about to start. Milton Heat and Air text line. These haters need to Google about Hogs tennis before they start complaining about something they don't know anything about. Thank you. Hogs have put players in Wimbledon and have another get ranked as high as 17th in their pro circuit. All it takes is a quick Google search. Thank you. It's even more than that. Facetious is one of the only words in the English language that has all 5 vowels in order. A-E-I-O-U. Thank you. Facetious. Wait. We'll get to the Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers live fan feedback in a bit. If you're watching on 1037thebuzz.com or the app, don't forget about the live fan feedback button to talk with us. Let's bring in Kyle Sutherland, hogbeat.com. What's up, Kyle? How are you?
What's up, fellas? All is great. How are y'all?
It's good, man. It's going to be a great weekend for baseball and softball, and it all gets started in Fayetteville tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you, I really like this draw, Wes. And look, there's no such thing as easy. There's no such thing as easy in sports, but then there's no such thing as easy, especially when you get to the postseason and your backs are up against the wall to an extent, double elimination and everything. But I've been following Razorback softball heavily since they made their first super regional run in 2018. And to me, this is the most I'll use that term, the most favorable draw when you look at both the regional and the super regional that they'd be matched up with, assuming that either Duke or Arizona comes out of the Durham regional. But I'm really excited about the softball team this year, Wes. I mean, they've just been so good all year. That's the reason why they've got a RBI rating of 1 in the country. Really deep pitching staff, and now it's just time to put it all together and get that monkey off their back and make a really deep run in the postseason.
So, Kyle, just in comparison to years past, what makes it the most favorable this season?
I would say just the fact when you look at just their regional, Joe, and nothing against Fordham, but, Fordham is from a conference in the Atlantic 10 that just is not deep whatsoever. Just none of those teams are super competitive. Washington started off about as hot as anybody in the country, but they're 1-8 in their last 9 games. They've got some great talent. One of them being Kalen DeBoer, of course, in Alabama. His daughter Alexis, she's a great middle infielder for them, and they've got a couple of other really good ones. They just haven't been playing their best ball right now. The team that scares me the most is South Florida. They've got a coach that's got over 1,200 wins, and Ken Erickson, and they've also got the other shutdown because you've got really 3 for Arkansas, at least 2 for Arkansas, and Peyton Burnham and Robin Herron that you can call shutdown pitchers at their best. Taylor Timmerman has kind of, I would say, moved into that mark to an extent as a freshman. But other than those 3, Ann Long from South Florida, who's one of the best in the entire country, not just the AAC, that's really your only other shutdown pitcher. And I highly doubt Arkansas is going to get her fresh. So that's one of the reasons right there, on top of the fact that Arkansas, and I've talked about it with you guys for a long time, their lineup 1 through 9, one might be struggling, but 1 or 2 maybe, but then there's somebody else that's there to pick them up. It hasn't quite been the same since Dakota Kennedy has been injured. Now, Dakota has come back and she's batting, but she's not playing in the field. She's not the home run threat that she typically is. So that's about the only thing I would say about the Razorbacks right now. They haven't been quite as potent offensively since Dakota had that knee injury. But overall, I certainly like them in this field as the number 5 overall team.
What is the key for Arkansas in this regional?
I think the biggest one, Wes, is really just, like Courtney Deipel talked about before the season, it's just about how, that this is the deepest, probably not just that Arkansas has ever had, but certainly that she's ever had. Obviously, she's coached some of the best teams on campus, so I would say between Timmerman, Herron, and Burnham, this is the best pitching staff that they've had there. But also, too, you got to get back to playing defense. I mean, you got to have all 3 of those arms really going, especially now that you're going to need them at the biggest times. You know that you're going to get some good at bats, but defensively, they did not look good in the SEC tournament quarterfinal game against Alabama. They committed 3 errors. That is just not like them. So they got to get back to playing defense like Razorbacks typically do. I mean, Matt Michael has done the associate head coach has done an incredible job with that defense. I think 6 of his years there, they've been, and probably going to do it again. 6 of his years out of 10, they finished in the top 10 defensively, or maybe even top 7. So this is a team that's really good defensively year in and year out. They just have to get back to that and just basically put what happened against Alabama behind.
Would defense be strength of this team? Is that what the strength of this team is, the way they're made up, or is there something else that stands out?
Defense has kind of been always, at least throughout their success, I know they've been noted as the Vogel Bombers. I think that 2022 team in particular was where that really came from. But this is a team, Joe, that's hit a lot of home. They're not hitting as many home runs this year, but they really haven't had to because they have had so much productivity from 1 through 9. But yeah, I think really when you look at this team throughout the years and really the post-COVID years when they've had so much success, you can point a lot to defense. Last year, they committed I think it was tied with FAU for the least amount of, now they've got a little more this year, but they finished with just 23 or 24 errors last year, and that was tied for first in the country. So defense has really been what they have hung their hat on, but I think overall this year you could point to their defense, but also just with how powerful they've been 1 through 9. I mean, their 7 through 9 hitters have been some of their best at times. So, that's really been the strength, probably, is the lineup, but defense has really been something they've hung their hat on for a pretty good while.
So throughout this season, what we saw in that game against Alabama in tournament play, that was kind of an outlier to how they performed all season?
Oh, no question. Yeah, I mean, I think that you just like, for instance, Italia Rijo, the shortstop, has been nails at the shortstop position. But really the last couple of weeks, dating back to the OU series, there's been a couple that she just made, like it's some of those mistakes that you're like, man, 99 out of 100 times Hal just doesn't happen to her. Now, granted, against, I think it was both Missouri and OU, she made key errors, but then turned around and I think turned double plays on both of those. So, it's just, that's part of the reason why this team has been able to do what it has. They might make a mistake, but they do bounce back from it. They've got very short memory. And speaking of short memory, that's what they have to have as far as now what time it is. Like this time of year, they know they're going to get the questions about being so close to the Women's College World Series, especially if they get to the Super Regional. That's when those questions are really going to start to come up. Last year, you had your two pitchers that just at the worst time got food poisoning, and that really affected their play in the Super Regional. Not making excuses, but it is just a fact. So that's probably one of the biggest things, guys, that they're going to have to fight, not just playing in the postseason where everybody is a quality team, but really just that mental part of it of, look, we know we're going to get questions about, is this the team that's going to get to the Women's College World Series for the first time in school history, on top of the fact that they've been a consensus top 10 team all year.
Kyle Sutherland with us, hogbeat.com. Kyle, we've been watching the NBA Combine and the scrimmages going on. Trevin Brazil's having a good day. What do you think of Trevin Brazil? Where do you see him in the NBA? What kind of role do you think he has?
Man, so I'll tell you what. I mean, I would say that's one. You and Joe are way bigger basketball guys than I. So I would probably say, if I'm just looking, I mean, maybe wouldn't you say probably like the 4? That's what I would think in the NBA. I mean, that's probably what he translates to.
Stretch 4, yeah.
Yeah, stretch 4 is probably what I would think. That's what, and I think that he's got the ability to do that. Then you look at, I know obviously the two big questions with Arkansas is with Billy and Malik, and they seem to be obviously still kind of. I mean, to me, it kind of seems like they're still in the same position maybe that they were. I know that Malik has got a lot of conversation when he talked about TBD, which everybody kind of knows that's where he's at right now. I still think that those two guys are still going to come back. I think that I've said on here that I do feel like that Malik is probably more so around the 55 to 60% range in favor of coming back to Arkansas. I still feel really good about Billy Richmond. So those two, as far as that goes. But with Trevin, I mean, yeah, that's kind of, to me, is probably a stretch 4. And I think that just with what he's been able to do and, the resiliency that he showed throughout his career, I think he can do some really good things in the NBA.
Yeah, that's what we'll be waiting on the next 13 days is the decision for Billy Richmond and Malik Thomas and what that means to the roster. But, of course, they still got to find a big man. You hear anything on the big man?
Yeah, so not anything as of late, man. It's they're still keeping. I mean, we've been working on it. I say we. Jackson Collier and Daniel Fair, my guys there, they've been really working on it. It's just kind of what I've seen is you'll get a little bit of new. There's nothing really groundbreaking that's come about in a while. It's just you'll get a little bit here, a little bit there about like a Zoom call or some sort of call, and then maybe a visit. But nothing really, at least as of the last week. I haven't heard a whole lot.
Awesome stuff. Hey, do you still follow high school softball like you used to?
Oh yeah, man. Oh, absolutely. I've been following the state tournament all day.
Anything? Any upsets, surprises today?
There hasn't been a whole lot of, not necessarily surprises. Probably we're only through about the first half of the first round, but the DeWitt Dragonettes are making a little bit of noise. Last couple of years they've been really good. Last year we're a semifinalist team. This year won their regional for the third year in a row, and then just beat a really good Lavaca team in the first round, 12-2, the 3A tournament. So that's really about the only, not surprise, but I would say notable news that we maybe didn't see coming. But that's nothing really too crazy right now in that regard. But we've still got a lot of state tournament left to be played. Of course, it's for soccer, baseball, and softball just now started today. So,
did you see the AAA tweet out that their scoreboard tweets that Twitter thought they were spamming because they've been tweeting so much and shut them down? it's a great follow because you get so many scores all the time. You know what?
Yeah.
And now they can't tweet anything out. They've been shut down because Twitter thought they were spamming.
I was wondering okay, I guess I missed that. That must have been right before, man. Yeah, because that is the AAA scores is the one to follow during state tournament time of any sport for sure. Yeah, I was wondering why I haven't gotten anything from them, and now it makes sense. I didn't hear about the spamming part, or the alleged spam.
Yeah, they were working with Twitter trying to get that corrected, but for the time being, we haven't been getting any scores from AAA scores. Hey, man, we'll let you run. Thanks for coming on. It was good to catch up with you.
Absolutely, guys. Anytime. We'll see y'all later.
Later. Kyle Sutherland hanging out with us on Out of Bounds. We'll take a break. When we come back, we can finish up our second hour. We'll take a look at the scoreboard at the PGA Championship. The morning guys are done. Now the afternoon guys are out on the course. Got a little movement. Still 3 under is your leader. Scotty just got a birdie finally. We'll check in with the marquee group of the day. Stick around. Oh, and we'll take some phone calls. Phone lines are open if you want to join us. 661-1037. It's Out of Bounds.
I'm Alan LeVar. For 30 years, my team and I have helped injury victims across Arkansas. So when you hear hurt in a car, call LeVar, here's what that really means. You talk to real lawyers who know Arkansas, not a call center. We deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. And if you can't come to us, I'll come to you. Your consultation is always free and confidential, and there's no fee unless we win. Hurt in a car, call LeVar. Arkansas strong for 30 years and ready when you need us.
LeVar Law, Injury and Accident Lawyers. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
Memorial Day weekend. One day set aside to honor and remember our fallen. The other days are for you to unwind and relax at Lazy Boy of Little Rock. Comfort meets big savings with up to 50% off store-wide. Plus free delivery, which means comfort comes to you. Memorial Day weekend. Honor and remember those who have sacrificed for us. Stop by Lazy Boy of Little Rock, 1000 South Shackelford. Long live the lazy. You can't always see what's in the air, but dust, allergens, contaminants, even mold could be affecting your health. Learn about air quality testing at rainbowrestores.com. When the unthinkable happens, damage from smoke, water, fire, mold, or just poor air quality, let Rainbow Restoration fix your home or business. With their 24/7 rapid response, you'll get your life back on track fast. RainbowRestores.com. Rainbow Restoration. They restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, now is the time to replace those old, drafty, energy-wasting windows in your home. Royal Home Improvement is your trusted local source for high-performance, Energy Star-rated Thermo-King windows. Beautiful, durable windows manufactured here in Arkansas, made exclusively for our southern climate. Call 1-800-565-1064 for Royal Home Improvement. Take advantage of our spring blowout sale. Save $2,500 on a house full of new windows. Ask about zero-interest financing, senior military discounts. Plus, purchase new windows now and receive a $200 Target gift card. And a bonus, call 1-800-565-1064 now and receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 1-800-565-1064. Let me give you that number again. 1-800-565-1064. Or visit us online at royalwindows.com.
Everyone at U.S. Truck Accessories would like to extend their gratitude to the great customers that have supported them for 24 years. U.S. Truck wants to show you all how much you're appreciated. With family vacations on the horizon, U.S. Truck will install all bed covers purchased during the month of May at no additional cost. That's right, free installation on bed covers. Make your vacation better with a visit to U.S. Truck Accessories and save some of your hard-earned money. U.S. Truck Accessories in Searcy or Conway. Work hard, play hard.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort, is now available here in Arkansas. It's rivalry weekend in Major League Baseball, and FanDuel is introducing Rivalry Weekend Bonus Blast right in time for the Major League Weekend action. Bet on a home run this Friday and get bonus bets for every home run that player's team hits this weekend. So whether you're backing a player on your most favorite team or fading your rivals, there's more ways to get in the game. FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Racing Casino Resort, is here for all of your Major League Baseball games. Head to FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started. FanDuel, your home for home runs. 21 plus and present in Arkansas. Opt-in required. Must apply the bonus blast token. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Online at TruService.net.
All right, we'll have one more segment before we get to our last hour. 661-1037 if you'd like to join us. You can call right now, or you can text us on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Got a couple of comments on the Arkansas's best Chevy dealers. Live fan feedback. Let's see here. Artie says, we need a new AD. I couldn't care less about the tennis decision, but I will never forgive Hunter for shutting down Feltner's without giving us a chance to save it.
Blaming that on him, too, huh?
Yes. Yes, he gets all the blame for everything going wrong in Arkansas. That was a terrible decision, Hunter. Ryan says, why on God's green earth would anybody want to hear from Still Eaves? Who are you going to get next, a third-string linebacker? Well, Ryan, you're obviously not a Razorback baseball fan and have no clue about this team. Steele is their most reliable right-handed relief pitcher out of the bullpen. He has the second-best ERA on the team at 2.8. He's second on the team in wins with 5. He's 5-1, 2.80 ERA. He's appeared in more games than anybody on the team. He's got the second most innings pitched out of anybody in the bullpen behind Parker Coyle. So, and, oh, yeah, by the way, he's from Lone Oak. He's a local guy who is their most trusted bullpen option from the right side. That's why we want to hear from Still Eaves. That, you know what? Pretty good kid, really smart, and he can carry on a conversation and have fun. That's why we have Still Eaves on. Ryan, idiot. Next up on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. No one around here says we're number 17. I mean, the Razorback football team would, but they aren't. They haven't sniffed the postseason since top 25. Since Petrino was running wild through the Ozarks on the Hog. You know, once again, it's about opportunities. It's about having students play a sport and go to school there, graduate, get degrees, and become great contributors to our state, the area. And that's something the tennis program has obviously been succeeding at. It's a bigger picture type thing. Craig says Ryan must be a bot. Yeah, Craig. Dude can pitch. Thank you, Craig. No, I trust Steele. When I see him warming up in a tough situation, I trust him. He's going to come in, get him out of jam, and then pitch some more. He did give up a double against Oklahoma that scored a run. Then he quickly got the last out and pitched 2 more scoreless innings and gave Arkansas the chance to come back and win the game, which they did. Unfortunately, I was hoping he would go back. You know, we've been nicknaming him the Vulture because he comes in and picks up these wins. You know, when that happened, Arkansas was down a run or 2, and I just knew Arkansas was going to score for him and get him the win. They did not give him a third inning steal. I think he pitched 2 1/3. He came in and then had 2 really good innings, and I thought he would get a third, but they moved on. I can't remember who came in. Anyway, he pitched the inning. Arkansas scored all those runs and came back, won it, and that pitcher got the victory out of the bullpen. Still missed it by 3 outs. Let's go to Bruce. He's in Little Rock. Hey, Bruce, what's up?
Hey, man. I know that you're familiar with the concept of revenue sharing.
Yeah.
And also there's NIL,
Yeah.
which is also money. Let's combine those and have NIL sharing so that the fourth team defensive tackle can get a little piece of the pie that All-American guard is drawing in.
Would that be fair, though, to the All-American guard who is actually – well, think of it this way. If you have made your name or your image or your likeness, you should benefit it. That's what this is all supposed to be about. I don't have a problem with NIL. It's the revenue sharing that's got out of hand. And it's not so much the revenue sharing. It's the promising a kid X amount of dollars just to go to school there. That's where it bothers me a little bit or a lot. Once you get there and you sign your NIL deals because of your play and you earn that money, I'm fine with that. But just giving somebody something, a lot of money just to come there, that to me is not what this is all about.
Revenue sharing is a very new concept, is it not? I mean, maybe not a concept, but an actual practice.
This will be the first year. This is it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're downing revenue sharing, but it's just begun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm afraid of what's about to come, or it's already here.
Nonetheless, amateur sports is basically dead.
Yeah.
In the United States at the college level.
I think you could probably look at some sports, the non-revenue generating sports.
That's the interesting sports, baseball, football, and basketball. Well, anyway, you guys have a great day.
Thanks, man.
So long.
See you. Yeah, I was having this conversation Tuesday with my sister. She was like, what do you think about all this? I'm like, look, the NIL, I think it's awesome. If a kid has created this power to sell products off his name, image, and likeness, he deserves it. You know, you can take any kid, not just a football player. Look, Livy Dunn, the following she has.
Oh, yeah.
And she is able to sell a product, or if you're such a charismatic, great player and you can do a commercial, yes, you deserve to be paid for that. And I think that's what it's all about. But just to give a kid $6 million to come in and play, it's hard for me to grasp that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where it is, though. So even if coaches don't like it, they have to play the game. The game is being played. You have to play the game the way it's being played and get on board and try to adjust as best as you can for that team to win and have a winning product for that school.
Yeah, I mean, and if it hits, you know, and that's what I pointed out. I was like, Miami paid a lot of money for Carson Beck. Carson Beck took them to the finals. Do you think it was worth it for Miami?
Absolutely it was. It gave him a chance.
Oh, and the exposure the university gets and the extra money they get for advancing that far in the playoffs. And
look at Indiana. They win, and they put a lot of money into their program, and they're still pumping a lot of money.
And I guess you could say it for Texas Tech. Look what it did for their program. I mean, it got them into, whether you talk about softball, basketball, football, the programs have been revitalized, and now Texas Tech is – heck, when I was home, 2 different kids told me they were going to Texas Tech. And back when I was, years ago, I'm not going way out there. In Lubbock, in the middle of nowhere.
Money makes a difference, though. Money will draw people in.
No, these are just students. But my point is, now that they're winning, kids want to go there.
Yeah, there's a benefit to that also. Yeah, it grows the student body.
It's like the Alabama factor with Nick Saban and the president saying, yes, Nick Saban is worth that. Look at our enrollment, how much it's gone up since Nick Saban has been here. It's paid off for the University of Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up in the third hour, we've got What's Trending and Robert Cox, former tennis coach at the University of Arkansas, who helped build it to what we know it is today. Kind of the architect. We heard from him when they disbanded the program, wanted to get him back on here when it was reinstated. Final hour coming up, then it's a short 1-hour Drive Time Sports. And then Razorback baseball pregame, 5 o'clock right here on The Buzz. First pitch, 5:30. Stick around. Hour number 3 is next.
Gas is so expensive these days, but not with fuel-efficient vehicles from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, like the Tucson's loaded with technology, and there's even a hybrid model.
Stop playing the gas pump lottery with new Hyundai hybrids with up to 50 miles per gallon. Or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons and new 2026 Elantras. Start at just $22,995 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
This is Chuck Barrett, inviting you to listen to me call the Hogs on 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock.
The Razorbacks are coming at you.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Hey, put on your dancing shoes and move your way to the historic West 9th Street this weekend for a fun family event. The Urban League of Arkansas and the City of Little Rock are partnering to bring Beyond the Divine dancing at the Line on 9. There will be line dancing from local dance groups, live music, food, and plenty of space to explore the small business district and public art. The music and the moves crank up at 6 p.m. this Saturday. And basketball fans, mark your calendars. Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors is coming to Little Rock. He will be joining his teammate, North Little Rock native and former Arkansas Razorback Moses Moody for a night with Moses Moody. This event is to raise money for Moses Foundation, Motivate One. Moody's nonprofit works to motivate the youth in pursuing a better future. Tickets for the special event go on sale this Friday. You can find a link to buy tickets on our website, KARK.com. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock, and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly sunny and warm day, up to 80 degrees here in Little Rock, with an east wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, maybe not as cool as it has been the last few nights. We'll have a low of 61. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a high of around 87. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Burroughs and Mr. Frank's is a long-standing, iconic luxury eyewear shop in the Heights. They're family-owned and operated opticians that feature high-end designer eyewear that you can't find anywhere else. Brands like Cartier, Gucci, Salt, and State Optical. Plus, they have all their lenses from the high-tech lens crafter Zeiss, who make lenses for cameras, telescopes, microscopes, and yes, glasses. These are found only at Burroughs, and they do all the fitting and lab work right in their own in-store lab. They're at 5901 R Street in the Heights, Burroughs and Frank's Optical.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Rich Eisen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payments sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris.
What's Trending in Sports is brought to you by Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee, the Razorbacks, and their 1.5 million farmers around the globe. It's fall, so now it's time for your team to stock up on coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
All right, we'll start in the NBA. Last night, Cavs, Pistons. Great game.
Mobley sets the screen. Harden back to Mobley. Corner to Mitchell. Fakes. Sidestep. Three-pointer. It's good. Donovan Mitchell. Huge three-pointer. His first of the game. He was 0 for 7 on the turnover. Strus comes up with it. Inside to Mitchell. Banks it home. Misses another. Gets his own rebound. Harden throws it back out to Strus. He dribbles it down, throws it down with 0.7 of a second remaining. And that's it. The Cavs get that elusive road win and now take a 3-2 lead here in this best-of-7 series.
117-113 in overtime. Cavs get it done. James Harden had 30 points last night. Donovan Mitchell had 21 points. That was his only three he hit. Said he started 0 for 7. He finished 1 for 8. Mobley had 19.
Got it when he needed it.
Yeah. Max Strus, 20 points off the bench. He came up big. 6 of 8 from the three-point line. You know, Detroit had a nice little run. What was that, in the fourth quarter, about 3 minutes to go or so? They were up 10. I was like, dang. Cleveland let another road victory slip out of their hands. And then they had their nice run to tie it up and send it to overtime. What'd you think about the controversial no call, I guess it would be?
Yeah, you know, playoff basketball and even postseason for a lot of sports, you're going to have some missed calls at times, officials not wanting to overstep or have the outcome. You know, they don't want to be part of the result of the outcome. And sometimes it can have the reverse effect where they are a part of the outcome because of missed calls, no calls. But that's something that happens every game. It's a little more magnified in postseason because so much is on the line, and these are the only games that you're focused in on. So you have a lot more casual eyeballs on it. So it happens, and it's a part of the sport. It's something that you just have to accept. It's going to be part of it. You would hope that they would get it right and make certain calls when you feel like they should be called, but we know that calls are missed all the time, or missed calls, bad calls in the view of the public eye. It's all part of it.
I think probably hurt worse that it was in Detroit, and you hope to get a home whistle.
Yeah.
And in this case, swallowing their whistle, trying to stay out of the game, inserted them into the game. Sometimes you can't win for losing.
Right.
Especially if you're official.
And it's tough. It's tough being an official.
Now Cleveland takes control of the series. They go back home where they're perfect. They were winless on the road and perfect at home. Now they hope to keep that other streak going. They ended one streak. Got to keep the other streak going, finish out that series, and knock out the number 1 seed Pistons. Knicks are probably hoping Detroit wins, right? Or does it matter to them? Is there I
don't think it matters
a better
to them.
matchup?
No, I don't think it matters to them, especially the way they're playing ball right now. But the longer a series stretches out, you feel like that could have an effect on the team coming off that series. On the other hand, Knicks have been off so long, they're probably ready to get back on the court. So for them, it doesn't matter who the opponent is, but they're just focused and all they can do is worry about and control what they can control and just be prepared for whenever that series starts. And hopefully, whenever it starts, that there won't be a rust factor for them because they were playing ball so good leading up to it. You want to keep that same momentum going.
I haven't looked it up. I wonder who has a better series record against the Knicks, Detroit or Cleveland. Any idea?
No, not. But I know that Pistons did have some success against Knicks this year. It was even a point of the season where they had beaten Knicks so bad in one particular game. Stephen A. Smith at that point said, "This is not happening this year. Knicks aren't doing anything. You can count them out. It's going to be Pistons, Cavs, Celtics. Knicks won't even be in the mix." So as a result of that game, you know, there was, and you know how it can be overblown from one game.
Sure.
It was overblown at the time that Knicks, like I said, got beaten so bad in that game that people were counting them out at that point in the season, saying you wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up. They're not going to do anything when it comes to postseason. They're done.
At the PGA Championship, there are 7 guys tied for first place at 3 under par.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really competitive, and it can go either way.
I think.
Oh, and then when you look at the full leaderboard, you're talking 3 under, and you have a number of players that are 2 under, 1
7.
under. So it can go a number of different ways.
And then there's 23 players at 1 under. So 7 at 3, 7 at 2, and 23 at 1. There, so that's what 14,
44?
37 players within 3 shots.
Yeah,
at 3, 2, or 1, and even par, you're fine. I mean, it is windy, and these greens are fast. I've seen guys putt off the green. DeChambeau was one of them. He was actually off the green on the back, and he had to putt up over a little ridge, and then it was just all downhill, and he hit it too hard. He got it up and then over and down, rolled past the pin, rolled, caught a slope, rolled off the green. And then they just showed, I think it was Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Where is he currently standing? DeChambeau.
Way off. I think he shot 3 over. Matthew Fitzpatrick did the same thing, putted off the green for birdie, and then chipped it up there right next to the hole for a bogey. But it was one of those really good up and downs for Fitzpatrick after putting off the green. Oh, I was going to pull up the scoreboard. Martin Keimer just got a birdie to join the leaders at 3 under par.
It's been a long time since that name has been relevant.
We handed that name out yesterday. Keimer is at 3 under par, and Batia just got a birdie. He's at 3 under par. So they're along with Hisatuni, Lee, MK Lee, Steven Yeager, Potgeider, all at 3 under par. Alex Smalley, an American. He is 3 under after only 6 holes. He is off to a great start. Thigala is at 2 under par. Grazeman, 2 under par. Xander Schauffele shot 2 under par. Justin Thomas is 2 under par. Joaquin Niemann, who we handed out. And Nikolai Hogard, 1 under par. Jason Days, 1 under par. Cameron Smith, 1 under par. Bud Cauley, Maverick McNeely, Brooks Koepka, Jordan Spieth, John Rahm. I mean, some great names. Kurt Kitayama at 1 under par. Luke Donald is on the course at 1 under par. JT Poston, Patrick Reed, Cameron Young, Scotty Scheffler has back-to-back birdies to get to 1 under par. Sam Burns is even. Brian Harmon even. Cantley even. Ricky Fowler even. Ryan Fox even. Rasmus Hogard even. Jimmy Walker even. Adam Scott even. Robert McIntyre shot even. He's even par after 7. He's on the course. Keegan Bradley's on the course at even. Aaron Ray at even. Matthew Fitzpatrick's even par. Let me see some guys who are struggling. We'll go down to 3 over par. Justin Rose is 2 over. He has missed 2 birdie putts inside 6 feet, I would say. He has struggled with the putter this afternoon. Billy Horschel, 4 over. Padraig Harrington, 4 over. Rory, 4 over. Nicholas Echeverria, the Razorback, 4 over. Sung J M is 4 over. Victor Hovland, 4 over. Now here's some names I don't recognize. Lucas Glover's 5 over. Bryson DeChambeau, 6 over par, Joe. He shot 4 over on the front. He was actually 7 over par and birdied his last hole to get to 6 over par.
Too early to call him done on the first day?
9 shots out. I'll give him another round. Yeah, I'm not going to call it. He's that guy. He's got the problem with like Rory, and Rory said it today after his round. He didn't hit his driver at all. And he said, it's been that way. It's been my Achilles heel this year. And at this course, you've got to find the fairway. If you find the fairway, you're going to have a short iron or a wedge in your hand and a chance to make birdie. And he has just been hitting it left, then right, then right. Then he'll overcorrect, hit it left. He just can't find a fairway. And he didn't putt great, and that's a bad combination. That's why he's 4 over par. Let me see if there are any other big names that struggled today. I don't see any other big names. Go back to 3 over. J.J. Spahn, he's 2 over. Daniel Berger, 2 over. Stuart Sink, 2 over. Ludwig Oldberg, 2 over. Gary Woodland, 2 over. Wai Yang, 2 over. A couple of those guys surprised me. But, hey, it's a tough course, tough conditions. When you look at the leaderboard and the best is 3 under par, and we're pretty far around. The morning wave is done, and the afternoon groups are around. Let's see, the marquee matchup, marquee group of Scotty Scheffler and Matthew Fitzpatrick and Justin Rose. They're on number 8. There's a log jam on 8. It is a long par 3, and guys are struggling on it. And so it's created a long jam. They've been sitting on the tee for a while now. And I don't think they've still teed off on 8. All right, let's go to NHL. We've got the Colorado-Minnesota game.
Davis on the ice for the Avs. Here's McKinnon shooting one. He scores! He scores! The Avalanche tie the game at 3. Righteous. Shot. Score!
They win 4-3 in overtime, and they advance. Colorado 4-3 over the Wild, and they win the series 4-1. Let's go and hear from Brett Kulak.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Hear what he had to say.
You always like to dream about it, but like you say, the player I am, I'm not the guy everyone's looking down the bench at. Like, all right, get out there and go win it for us. So, no, it's been good. It was a tough series. That's a good team over there. So, for us to play the way we did and get the job done, and then just for me, that was a special goal in my career for sure.
Always remember that. Here is Nathan McKinnon.
Comeback's probably number one, I guess. It was that building was special tonight. It was so loud. That's why you play the game, for those reasons right there. The excitement when Cooley scored. It's just a really cool moment for everybody, I think, and we get a little time off now. But yeah, that was a tough series.
Get a little time off, but they may know who they're playing. Tonight you got the Golden Knights and Ducks. That's an 8:30 start on TNT. Golden Knights 1 victory away from advancing. They're up 3-2. The early game on TNT, 6 o'clock, Sabres, Canadians, and that series is tied at 2 games apiece. No NBA tonight, right?
Is there not? Is there not?
No.
Okay, so they get back after tomorrow with Spurs and Timberwolves.
And Pistons and Cavaliers. Both are tomorrow night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doubleheader on Amazon. Pistons, Cavaliers at 6, Spurs, Timberwolves at 8:30. And
ultimately, they would like next weekend to have games Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
No games on Saturday. It's a doubleheader Friday, doubleheader on Sunday, if necessary, of course. If Cavs and Spurs win tomorrow night, there won't be any games until next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well,
that's kind of, they'll take a few days off, and they like to get teams some rest before a final start, but before conference finals, same type of deal. They just want games happening throughout that Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. That would ensure that they are going to be primetime viewing during that weekend for sure. The NBA, do you think they work around this schedule release? You think it had anything to do? Or maybe the NFL saw an opening, and that's why they do the schedule release?
Neither. No, I don't think either affects the other. NFL, it's always sometime around mid-May, or maybe that first week in May, where they look at schedule release, and it's always a Thursday or Friday. Wednesday or Thursday that they look at.
A lot of eyeballs on it. I look at it more as a social media thing. I probably.
So you don't watch the shows?
Nah, I won't watch the show. I'll be on social media. I'll be watching the Razorback game on social media, just watching to see the schedule as it comes out.
Yeah.
And I'll check out some of the individual clubs and how they unveil their schedule with some of their creative posts. Maybe we'll find some of those and we can play some of those the best tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, they're always cool. There are some good ones that stand out, really creative.
They, I think I saw a note that they've been suggested to limit it to 4 minutes, under 4 minutes, try to get it done in under 4 minutes.
Well, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
because it keeps focus. And we know that people have short attention spans, so you don't want to make it long.
You know what? I think that's what it was. It was a social media expert advising the teams, saying your best policy would be to keep these videos under 4 minutes to keep everyone's attention.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it was like a mandate. It was advice is what it was. That's what it was. All right, Major League Baseball now. We'll start with the A's and Cards.
2-2. Fly ball deep center field. Scott going back. Leaping try. It is gone. It's gone. A grand slam for Kurtz.
Solid performances.
Geloff drives this to deep center. Scott to the warning track, to the wall. Geloff has homered.
Grand Slam's the difference. A's win 6-2. Rangers, Diamondbacks.
Goes for an out. Hits this ball hard. Down the right field line. That's got a chance. Gone! Chance in the hitter. And he hits it down the line. Base hit. Here comes Osuna. And the Rangers have their first walk-off of the year.
6-5 your final for the Rangers. Padres, Brewers.
Sheets hits it in the air to right center field. Frelick going back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run. Holy Sheets! On the road in Milwaukee. With 2 down in the ninth, it's a 3-run home run to put the Padres on top.
Hey, you can tell he's practiced that one quite a bit because he has to be careful.
Holy Sheets. 3-1. That was all the scoring for the Padres, but they get it done. Astros. Did his color guy laugh a little bit? Did he chuckle a little bit during that?
Oh, no, that was me. That was me because that was first.
I thought Astros, Mariners.
That ball hit pretty well to right field, sending Raley back to the wall. He'll reach up. It's in the first row. Home run. Christian Walker. Astros on the board with Walker's 10th home run of the year. Sharply hit. Game winner. Zach Cole wins it 4-3. Astros snapped their 4-game losing streak and also snapped the 9 straight games the Mariners have beaten them.
4-3 in 10, your final score. Finish up with another game in extra innings. Blue Jays and Rays.
2-2 pitch, and it's hit to deep left field. It's carrying. It's gone.
Rays been hot, but last night the Blue Jays get the best of them 5-3 in 10. Now we got a little NFL sound for you. Panthers GM Dan Morgan on Bryce Young.
Bryce, he's getting better and better every year, and then he's clutch. You know, he has that clutch gene, and I think when his back's against the wall in the biggest moments, I think is when he shines. And, you know, it's hard to find quarterbacks that, you know, do the things he does in those type of situations. So he's getting better as a leader. He's really gaining control of this offense, and he's headed in a really good direction right now that we're excited about. We're making progress every year is what I can say. Like, I think our team's getting better and better. You know, Bryce is in the same system now for 3 years in a row, which obviously helps out having that continuity between the head coach, the quarterback. And so, yeah, we feel like we're headed in the right direction.
There's a pat on the back for their quarterback. We believe in you.
Yeah.
You are our guy.
Yeah, Bryce Young, and he talked a little there about team expectations. So they're pretty high this year where they won a division last year, and they expect to exceed that and go a little farther.
Projected number 1 pick, A.J. Debanza, is done rooting for the Celtics. Debanza grew up in Massachusetts, less than an hour from Boston. He says, this is my last year of being a Celtics fan. That's got to be tough on some of these kids. You know, you spend your whole life rooting for a team, and then you know, your dream is accomplished, your fandom is done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, Oilers, Edmonton Oilers, they have fired their head coach, Chris Knobloch, and they made a couple of Stanley Cup runs, but they've fallen short, and now they're going to look for another coach to possibly get them over the hump. And they have Connor McDavid, who's considered, along with Nathan McKinnon, probably the 2 top players in the league. So you have a star player trying to get over the hump, get him a championship. So they're going to look to the next head coach there. Also, WNBA Hall of Famer she's a basketball Hall of Famer, but WNBA player Lisa Leslie, she's going to be honored with a statue outside Crypto.com Arena.
Oh, nice.
They have a number of statues for great players over the years, and she's going to be the next one that's going to be honored with a statue. And World Cup, we know that's going to be big here starting next month. They've already lined out some of the halftime shows. It's going to be Madonna, Shakira, and BTS. They're going to be a few of the headliners.
Dang. Lining up some talent.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Silverfield's made it to Jonesboro. They tweeted it out. Jonesboro's the next stop tonight at the Lounge. So if you're listening up in Northeast Arkansas, they'll be at the Lounge at Huntington Square tonight, 6 o'clock. Road tour continues. We will continue after this. Talk a little Razorback tennis with former head coach Robert Cox. He joins us next on Out of Bounds.
Saturday at 1, the Trojans take on Southeast Missouri State at Gary Hogan Field. Every pitch, every hit on 106.7 Buzz 2. Tickets available at lrtrojans.com.
This is Sports Center.
We've got lots of local action on the diamond in the next few days. Razorbacks baseball travels to Kentucky for their final series of the regular season. The Hogs will play the Wildcats tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday before the SEC tournament starts next Tuesday. Same goes for the Little Rock Trojans. Their final series starts tonight as well. They've got Southeast Missouri State at home this weekend before the Ohio Valley Conference tourney. The 5th-ranked Razorback softball team plays tomorrow as well. They start their postseason hosting an NCAA tournament regional against Fordham at Bogle Park tomorrow afternoon. That game will be broadcast at 4:30 on ESPN+. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Gas is so expensive these days, but not with fuel-efficient vehicles from Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway, like the Tucson's loaded with technology, and there's even a hybrid model.
Stop playing the gas pump lottery with new Hyundai hybrids with up to 50 miles per gallon, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons and new 2026 Elantras. Start at just $22,995 at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Get in the conversation with life and feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevy Colorado eats up the road with 5 available gears, and Silverado has the muscle to tow. Life and feedback from Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Orange is not your color, and stripes are for zebras. It's criminal not to hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all criminal-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
We got the big deals, the big
Steve, I think it's time to clean out our used car inventory, so we're slashing prices on everything from 4Runners, Wranglers, Broncos, F-150s, and more. Right now, we're doing sales tax paid on all pre-owned vehicles, and I've talked to the banks, and they are saying yes to 0 down.
We'll clear these vehicles out fast, so folks don't waste time. The best will go first.
Come see us today at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road and Benton.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the TruService Credit Union Studios.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin. We've been talking a little bit about the Razorbacks tennis program getting reinstated. That news came out earlier today. Robert Cox, former head coach of the tennis program, joins us now. Men's tennis program. Coach, welcome in. This has to be great news for you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's a wonderful day for Razorback tennis, for sure.
Well, last time we had you on, it wasn't a wonderful day, and I appreciated you coming on in those circumstances, and you talked about tennis players and how you guys fight through problems, and you were going to battle through this, and you did, and I wanted to have you back on to talk about it, and to tell you congratulations. What has the last, week and a half, 2 weeks, what's it been like?
Well, it's been almost 3 weeks, about 20 days. But let me just say, man, this just shows what commitment and love for Razorback tennis and Razorback athletics in general does, and how much you believe in everything. And I'm just so proud of the former alumni, and actually the tennis community and the Razorback community has really come together, and it just shows you what the Razorback tennis means to a lot of people. But yes, the last 20 days have been something, but it's just a testament of our love for not only our game, but our university and in all sports.
Coach, when we talked to you before, also, you were at the point where you had requested meetings, and at that time you were waiting to get a response. So what was that process like to finally get a response, get a meeting, and kind of go through the steps to get to where we are now?
Sure. Well, I did have a meeting with Hunter Yurachek, and we had a cordial meeting at a coffee shop, and he listened to all my concerns, and the narrative didn't change, but I appreciate the audience, and I appreciate him listening. And then after that, I think. And I want to give Hunter and Chancellor Robinson props for listening to our narrative and listening to the Razorback voice, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate the open dialogue then, and that's the good thing that had come out of this, and I'm so glad that the decision was reached to reinstate the programs, both men and women, and we're just so happy and so pleased that our voices were heard and considered and evaluated, and we had a positive outcome. And the true winners are the current players and coaches. I think they're very excited. I think I haven't talked to both coaches, but I hope that these players are staying committed to the university. Both programs have a deep, strong culture, a very positive culture, and it won't surprise me a bit if not or all of them are probably going to be future Razorbacks. I don't think they wavered. I haven't had those discussions with the coaches yet, but wouldn't surprise me a bit that we have a positive outcome and we keep all of these current student athletes.
Coach, I was worried about collateral damage. Just not maybe now, but players that you're recruiting for the future, or they're worried about the future of the program, or even coaches that like, how secure is my job in 4, 5, 6 years? Is that an issue y'all are worried about?
Well, of course, we're happy today, and I think we may even be stronger. I mean, to see the support that has come out from not only the Razorback tennis community, but the nationwide and worldwide tennis community, and I think we may come out of this thing with very, very strong bonds. And I know that the commitment is there, both on and off the court. And golly, how happy are we here today?
That's awesome.
Is it something that is sustainable past the amount of money that's been donated and given a boost to the program? You know, it was lined up for at least a couple of years that would be guaranteed. Is it sustainable past that point?
Well, I think we've proven that that we can get things done, and we're very grateful that the opportunity is there, and we're going to build on it. I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and I hope you can tell I'm smiling from ear to ear.
We can, Coach. We can, Coach. Robert Cox, the former Razorback men's tennis coach, joins us on Out of Bounds. Coach, I read a report that y'all had raised, got commitments of over $5 million that quickly. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is, and that's the last number. And I know it's grown over $5 million. I haven't heard the final number, but I know in 4 or 5 days they raised $5 million, and that just shows the commitment of the tennis community and the support. And that had to raise eyebrows, and I think that translates into a pretty bright future of Razorback tennis. And you mentioned the next 2 years, of being funded. Well, I just think that is just a testament of Razorback love and the giving of the tennis community.
Coach, do you still actively play? You get a chance to get to those facilities and use them there on campus?
Well, we like to come support those Hogs, and I love to see my former Razorbacks come out and hit every now and then. And for me, no, I'm long in the tooth and got a bad shoulder, and I wish I could get out there, but it sure is fun watching these guys play and to support them. But no, I'm my days. Probably my best year was '78 when I played for Coach Pucci and had a pretty good record at number 3 doubles for the Razorbacks, and that was probably my last time to be really, really successful on the court.
So some of the former players that have played over the years, they make trips back there and actively use the facilities?
Well, we try to. I know Jay does all kinds of community outreach. I think he takes the Razorbacks to Little Rock and does some clinics and everything. But yeah, I think the courts sometimes are kind of like an open hit or so. But yeah, we try to get former Razorbacks and keep them involved within the program.
We have Robert Cox with us, former Razorback men's tennis coach. Were you around when they got the word that it's going to be reinstated?
Was I around?
Yes.
No, I wasn't around. I mean, I was in Fayetteville here, but I was just so happy to start. My phone just started going off, so I knew something had happened. And more in today's society, the cell phone is. I think today is a good thing. Sometimes I don't think it's a good thing, but boy, today was.
When you heard of the money raise, you heard of the discussions that were going on. Were you hopeful? Were you still had doubt? What were your feelings? What were you thinking?
Yeah. Well, when all this money, when you hear about former Razorbacks stepping up and donors stepping up, you can't help but not be hopeful. And it's just like you're stepping on the court with a match. And like I said, tennis players are problem solvers. They're gladiators. It's one-on-one. And so when you hear about all this money being raised, that didn't surprise me. And it just actually, you just swell up in pride to see the level of commitment and the love. And then to take that to our administration and the chancellor and to have it received, man, it just couldn't. Everything worked, and it worked for the good.
Were you? Did you make the trip down to Fort Worth?
what a great day that was. Even though the Razorbacks lost in a tough 4-3 match to Cornell, there had to be at least 200 Razorback tennis fans cheering the Hogs on in that NCAA match. A lot of them were from the DFW area, former players I hadn't seen in a while, but it was a great atmosphere. And it was sad at the end. And the guys were they were sad that they had lost, but then they heard the Hog call at the end of the match, and we lined the court for when they exit the court, and it was very emotional. But man, it was a great match, and and the kids represented Arkansas and the state and the university just in such a fine fashion under those circumstances, where it was could have been their last match, and boy, and now it wasn't. It wasn't their last match. So glad that those guys get to return to the courts this next year. But that it was a special time down there.
That's awesome. And now to build on it, bigger and better things coming. Coach,
yes, sir.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming back on. We appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you, and I don't want to hear from you guys again. That was. Let's leave it at this and go Hogs. And man, it's a great day to be a Razorback.
What about when they're making a run next year? Can't we get you to come on as an analyst?
Absolutely, that will be fun. And let me tell you, they will make a run. I can't wait for this first home match next spring. It will be fun. You guys need to come down and cover it, and we'll put you up here in the press box and have at it. Yes, sir.
Look at that invite. I love it. Coach, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Robert Cox.
You bet. Go Hogs.
Joining us on Out of Bounds. Pretty darn cool. How much better was that interview than the first time around with him?
It was a lot more upbeat for sure.
Oof. We'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap this thing up. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Kroger stores and all Family Market grocery stores.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener. Like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
To celebrate their partnership with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, your Arkansas Chevy dealers are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. For complete rules and to register to win, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt or see your Arkansas's best Chevy dealer for more details. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents 18 years or older who reside in Arkansas. Contest ends 12/31/26. Void where prohibited.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort, is now available here in Arkansas. And it's Rivalry Weekend in Major League Baseball. And FanDuel is introducing Rivalry Weekend Bonus Blast right in time for the Major League Weekend action. Bet on a home run this Friday and get bonus bets for every home run that player's team hits this weekend. So whether you're backing a player on your favorite team or fading your rivals, there's more ways to get in the game. FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort, is here for all of the MLB games. Head to FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started. That's FanDuel.com/Arkansas. FanDuel, your home for home runs. 21 up and present in Arkansas. Opt-in required. Must apply the Bonus Blast token. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. Online at TruService.net.
Wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are. Hey, hey, I told ya, riding with my top down, and my jury on. Hey, I'm just getting my hood on. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just
back at it. Final segment. Watching a little golf. Scotty Scheffler on 9, looking for his 4th straight birdie. Chipping it up there pretty close. It keeps rolling. About 9-footer, 10-footer for birdie. Quite a turnaround for Scotty. Birdie 6, 7, 8. Has a shot at 9.
How about Justin Thomas?
I was about to say, Joe, you were talking about Justin Thomas earlier in the show. And he is now tied for the lead at 3 under par. Looks like there's still 6 players tied at 3 under par. 2 of them still on the course, Martin Keimer and Justin Thomas. Early this morning, it was that Pot Geeter, Jaeger, MWE, and Hizatsuni. I got to pronounce it Hizatsuna. Somebody on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Send it in to me. Thank you. Hizatsuna. Let's go over to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. If you want to call in, 661-1037. Mike and Bryant, a little late to the party. Arkansas reinstates tennis program, ! That was great to have Coach Cox on here. That was so cool. What's Patrick Reed doing? Patrick Reed's not doing bad. He's 1 under through 10 on the course. Last time I checked, he was 1 under through 10. Bryson, 6 over. Yes, thank you. I finally found it. Had to scroll a long way down the scoreboard to finally find Bryson at 6 over. We are so glad one show on the Buzz is covering the Stanley Cup playoffs, Joe. We got a hockey fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been exciting, too.
And they said there are 2 WNBA games on Prime tonight.
Watched some last night. Fever and LA Sparks. Really good game.
Let me see. I think, have we hit everything on the, yep, we've hit everything on the Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers live fan feedback. Arkansas and Kentucky are about an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes away from first pitch over on Bet Saracen. You can get Arkansas as a favorite tonight, as they should be, with Hunter Dietz on the mound, and you have Kentucky pitching off a little bit. Their normal Game 1 starter is not pitching tonight. He will go tomorrow night. Keep him on that Friday routine. I understand that. I get that. Dietz has been pretty good about they limit him. He goes 6. You can expect Hunter Dietz is going to go 6 or 7 innings tonight. He's going to get you anywhere from 7 to 10 strikeouts. He'll give up anywhere from no earned runs to 3 earned runs. I mean, he is pretty solid. You look at his last few starts, it is pretty dang consistent. He is going to get you 6-7 innings, quality start, and you can depend on him. I think Arkansas should win tonight. They should be the minus 220. The money line, Arkansas minus 1.5 at minus 135. That's not great money for minus 1.5. But they should. I feel like they should do that. Over-under tonight's 10.5. That's about right. I think Arkansas wins this game tonight, 6-3, 7-3, something like that. So you're right at the 10.5 on the money line. And then, of course, good Lord, there's a ton of double R prop bets that you can bet on, speaking
Always.
A ton?
A ton. How many in all? Do you know the exact number?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Well,
you're the one who comes up with them.
Okay, let's just talk about the individual players. Each has 4 different props. For instance, stolen bases and maybe hit by pitch, something like that. Hits, runs scored, whatever combinations you want to look at. Then there's probably 15 to 20 team. And then you have the pitcher props, the starter. In this case, Dietz, there'll be 4 different individual props for pitchers. And I usually have 3 relievers. And then there's another where I do a combo. Dietz, let's say Pompey and Cahill Aloy plus 0.5 home runs, each 0.5 home runs. So there's those kind of props.
Thank you for tap dancing for 62.
Oh, I had no clue. I really didn't.
62. Double R prop bets.
I really didn't, because there's another whole menu that has evolved. Like, who's going to get the first
The
hit?
combined player props.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even count those. But, yeah, you can spend a good 15, 20 minutes going through all these, just looking, not even deciding. I do like Cahill Aloy, as well as he's been hitting. He gets a double and a home run tonight, plus 1,100.
Yeah.
10 wins you 120. I like that.
I'd like, if I thought there was a way that it could be, I guess you'd call it traced, or be able to identify how many plus 110 mile an hour exit velos off the bat of Cahill Aloy.
How many at-bats is he going to get?
Well, should I say plus 2.5?
Yeah. No.
He would have at least
out of 4, he's going to have 3 probably.
Yeah.
That dude, he is hitting the ball hard every single time. It's just whether he gets a little air under it or if it's at somebody.
Back when we played, Wes, you didn't think about exit velo. You didn't think about your launch angle. You didn't think about any of that stuff. You just wanted to make, well, at least I did. I just wanted to make contact. But the way that they now measure everything, I still think he got a little bit shafted on his barbecue hit.
Oh, no, there have been a couple of home runs.
I think it took about 20 feet away from or maybe longer.
I think there's 2 tied at 474. And I'm like, is that as far as it goes? It can't read over 474? It just gets to, all right, 474. That's as far as we go. I'm like, no, that went further. I don't buy the distances on some of these home runs. I think they're off.
By the way, job well done with Robert Cox.
He's so awesome.
Joe.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We had him on Drive Time, I guess it was over a week ago, when the news was first settling in, so to speak. And when I saw that today, the cynical me, okay, which program now is next? Which program do we threaten that we're going to cancel to force that Razorback family to step up if they're facing a deficit? Because that's apparently the only way that they can continue to exist.
Well, that was my issue with the whole thing. Joe and I talked about this. This conversation should have happened 6 months ago, 9 months ago. and given them a time to raise this money.
Exactly.
And then none of this ever happens.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have just been with the tennis program. It should have been with all these programs that are losing
that's
money.
That's what I'm saying. Who's next?
Yeah. That's just poor, to me, management.
Yes.
Hey, what's coming up?
A lot going on today in an hour.
Gotta love it.
Neil Atkinson at 4:30. Trey Biddy at 4:30. It's a short day here on Drive Time Sports.
Well, it will be packed full of great entertainment, I am sure. I will be listening to most of the show on the way home, and then we'll get to hear Bubba and Phil at 5 o'clock, and then
Fair
first
pole, foul
pitch,
pole.
5:30. I've started going team Bubba.
It's foul pole. It's always been foul pole.
Randy, have a good show.
Thank you, Wes.
Stick around. Drive Time Sports
See you,
is
Joe.
next.
No problem. Whether it's a leaky faucet or a whole lot